Get ready for the most glamorous event of the year, the U2B Streets Awards 2025, February 9, 2025, at Laven Midtown, located at 641 West 42nd Street, New York City. Join us at 12 p.m. for the pre-show red carpet extravaganza and a chance to win $500 in our fashion contest. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., enjoy the gold tier experience with speakeasy confessionals, press interviews, and premium cocktails. At 4 p.m., the platinum tier includes performances, a comedic host, an award ceremony, dinner, and gift bags. From 8 p.m., the diamond tier features a VIP after party with a DJ, aerial dance, fire performances, and gift bags. 24 YouTube categories and many nominees. Can't attend in person? Stream the entire event live on Hush and Move Media via Uscreen for just $9.99. Get your early bird tickets before September 15, 2024. Visit now. Be a sponsor. Be extraordinary. Be there. Be great.
Welcome, y'all, to another edition of We-On-Loc Nation, aka the Lock Sector. I'm up here, not too long. Just thought I'd chop it up with some people. And I have a serious question that I need to ask. And it's not because I don't have a concern or it's football season or whatever it is. I do have a concern. And that concern is this. Are Black people lost in the wilderness? Is there no end to our squaffle, our differences, our situationships, our horizontal issues, stuff like that? It's an ongoing thing that I am definitely concerned, and I want to have a discussion on this. I literally would like to have a discussion of why we are who we are and how the internet has great influence. The internet has great influence of separating literally 60% of us. I should say 70%. It literally is taken apart along with the supremacy that is of white people. They literally don't have to, they literally are damn near scot-free. Literally. The only problem that is still occurring is police brutality. And that's, and Klansmen, which once or twice a year you get threatened by the Klan. Or skinheads, but what about everything else? They did an absolute great job in including your presidency has done a absolute fabulous job in trying to deteriorate Black excellence. There's more Black destruction than excellence, and it's quite concerning. I just left Brownie Ellis is a long about an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. And nearly these two knuckleheads that I don't even know started bickering back and forth over women at first. And I was like, okay, one of those talks. And then it went to something else. I don't know why men are so afraid or 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 not afraid. What's the word that I'm looking for? Have completely given up on who they are, first and foremost. Number two, it nearly the issues that preferably are on men, the issues that are on men, meaning um building unity, building, earning, child support, spousal support, war, death, poverty. All of this lands on the shoulders on of men. And how does a woman take the other half of the brink? Is that she is very in, I don't want to say consistent, but it's looking like abortion is consistently not talked about. I would like to know, in fairness, I would like to know what a woman's responsible for when it comes to all this destruction. I want to know what a woman would take responsibility for. And same with the men. I want to know what literally what man would take responsibility for. It's quite simple. It's literally quite simple. You have to take some of the blame for something. It can't be for nothing because even if if something as much as voting, you're still responsible for it. Even if it's something as much as protesting, you're still responsible because you came out and you participated. Well, like a man and a woman who participate in getting a woman pregnant, and a man participating in impregnating her, and well, I said that backwards. A man participating in impregnating her is the same thing as a woman participating in her getting pregnant. It's like we can't say the word both. Everything falls on the shoulders of a woman. Everything, literally. And it's the type of nonsense that I cannot tolerate anymore. It's merely intolerable. And I hear the complaints. I hear the complaints. The women don't hold no type of accountability. Well, hold yourself accountable. Start with the home. Start with the home, the family that you live on. Start with them. How are we ever going to get to a place of sovereignty? How are we going to ever get to a place of peace if we constantly are bickering with one another. How? It makes no sense. You guys talk about marriage, but you can't even get along with each other. Talk about divesting. It doesn't work. It does not work. We don't need to be talking about marriage. We need to talk about healing first and foremost before we even go down that road. And this is not for all people, because not everybody is subject to the internet. I am talking about the ones who are, who nearly take this to the streets. And guess what? Now you have a small handful of people mimicking the same sentiment what black people do on the internet all day. Torment each other, belittle each other. And I get it. You're giving up. You're totally giving up. You have given up in all cylinders. You have completely given up the ghost of your spirit. You have given up the goose to gather. You have completely have given up, all in the name of white supremacy. But guess what? They don't have to do anything. All they're doing is just sitting back and laughing at y'all goofy asses. Some of them are just looking at you crazy, like this is goofy. I can't understand how I would tolerate being around you people. It's the same thing with the Mexicans. How can they tolerate being around you people? The same thing with the Japanese, the Chinese, the Asians, the Taiwanese, and the Indians, the Arabs, and everybody else. They cannot stand your black asses. And for perfectly good reason. You have been duped. You have been brainwashed. You have been bamboozled, and you have taken everything that this society has given you. And instead of doing the right thing, which is organizing, instead of doing the right thing, which is organizing, instead of doing the right thing, which is organizing, you're dehumanizing yourself. I've seen I've seen a video today of two young black dudes beating up on white girls. I mean, literally pummeling them to the ground. And I said, is this what are people supposed to be? And we got the nerve to talk about who's responsible for get, getting who pregnant. I'm gonna play that clip in a little bit. We got the nerve to talk about who's responsible for when it comes to women's reproduction rights. Like I told you, I'm pro-life, but the one thing that will give me cause to pause is if the woman is being raped by incest or by her killer, her murderer, her deleter, and she goes to make her decisions to delete the abort the baby, she gets crucified because it's not supposed to happen that way. Also, so she is supposed to sit there and take it with her rapist being her father. Make that make sense? We have to take control back. Otherwise, it's just going to, it's just like in Deuteronomy when Moses led his people through the wilderness. And the more that you beg, whine, cry, please, snarl, sniff, blah, 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 blah. Hey, how you doing? Unfortunately, this isn't. I'll be. I was gonna play again. Actually, I played a game with my son. I was playing against my son, and she's actually a good gamer. Every single time I see you, you are always one last kill. You are almost in one last kill away, but what's up, my sister? Come play, it's fun. I will in a little bit. I have to give you my gamer name. If you ever come, I have to come. You have to come up, and I have to give you my gamer name. But there, but continuing on what I was saying, if you don't organize, you have completely given up the fight. And I have no ill will towards anyone. It's just that you don't deserve anything. And oh, by the way, if you think reparation is going to save you, forget it. Just forget it. Just forget it. Oh, you don't mind organizing for that. You have no trucks organizing for that when it comes to when it comes to uh the government handing you over a $400, $500,000 check. Oh no, you have no problems with that. But when it comes to everything else, nah, we good because we Adolfs. We good because we FBA. And we good because we're feminists. We're good because we're red pill. We're good because we're manosphere. Blah, 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 blah. I wish, I wish Ryder was here. Shouts out to Ryder. Ryder would definitely love this. You know, ouch, ever since I met my good friends, my new friend, I had a found respect. We have somebody. Hello,
Hey, Lee.
unlock.
Hey, We-On-Loc. I just want to add a few more things. Because we're Democrat, no, we're good.
Mm, and
Because you
I'm
know that a
Republican.
lot of
I'm not
blacks still
Republican
vote
nor Democrat.
Democrat. Well, I'm just adding that because a lot of pro-blacks still vote Democrat. Let's just be honest. But regardless of it, I'm just bringing that to the point.
Okay. Well, I'm not either or. So, and
Be happy with whatever side you're on at the end of the day. We unlock, and I actually loved your little things that you said about because we're FBA. Nah, we're good. Just a minute ago, it actually was funny how you expressed it.
okay. All right. Well, we have other things to talk about and discuss other than organizing for some two candidates, which I don't think they're worthy of candidacy. But if I had my way, we would gather people in small proportion, and we would organize our vote. That's what we would do. Organize our vote, and if you decide to go for a Republican, cool. Tell us why. If you decide to go with a particular Democrat, tell us why. And if we decide it's like, okay, we will agree, then we stamp it stamp of approval, then we go to that particular person that who we believe is our candidate. That's how it is. And with a little bit of money and a little bit of incentive, because that's what this is. This is a game. This is a game of chess, not checkers, right? We play the game to win, right? So we put a little bit of money in their pocket, and with along with a list of demands. And if those list of demands are not met, we will take our money back and we will hold him accountable. Him or her, doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's Kamala, doesn't matter if it's Trump, doesn't matter if it's Corey, doesn't matter if it's Ron, doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter who it is at the end of the day. So you do it so people can practice this separation all they want. But the more this goes, the more it gets worse. It's going to get a lot worse.
Do you wish that the electrical the way we like have these elections were differentiate in like the way that you just explained?
Yes, they're a lot different. The only thing is you're letting celebrities make your decisions for you. You're letting
Uh,
celebrities and music artists make your selections for you.
I
Oh,
mean,
I almost forgot wrestlers too.
like even if it's like Megan Thee Stallion or Hulk Hogan, I understand what you meant by wrestlers. But I think you do have a point about celebrities making the choice of because I think because they have more of a following is what their fans will like lean towards.
I don't know why. I don't know who I don't know who to take serious anymore. I really don't. I mean, we all believe that Donald Trump is who he is because he's a businessman. He's a businessman. He's not a politician, so to speak. He's never been a politician. He's been a businessman. He's owned businesses. He's owned and he's lost businesses. Right? He has businesses here in Nevada, lost them. He's had property in Nevada, lost it. He has property in New York, lost that. He has property in Florida, lost that. But he has also gained a lot of money through his sons. You know who his biggest supporter is? David Duke. But if you want to play, I say this. If you really think he is going to save the United States of America through I'm not talking about anything else, economically, then vote for him. Don't vote for him for anything else. Vote for him because he's going to save the United States.
But I actually was asked this question by someone like about a week ago. If it was only down to Kamala or Biden as the two candidates, which one would you choose? And I told the person that I would rather choose Biden over Kamala. But if it was the same thing for you, if it was just Kamala and Biden with no form of a Republican candidate, just those two, who would you rather like vote for if you were going to vote this election? We-On-Loc.
If it came down to Kamala or Biden, you said Biden. Neither. Again, these are some. How can I say this? These are some trick bags. Just like Obama was a trick bag. Obama was a puppet. The only person that I can never say that was a real one, at least. I can't believe I'm freaking saying this. Oh God, Lord in heaven, help me for saying what I'm going to say right now. George Bush Sr. was the only real president in my eyes. Even though I never voted for him, I voted for not Romney, but John Kelly or whatever his name is. I literally saw him as being ferocious. Everybody else is is play dating. Did you ever hear that Dwayne The Rock Johnson was going to be a president?
The sound like he was joking, but he may be serious. But I think he like said maybe I should run for president of the United States. But I wouldn't be surprised if Dwayne The Rock Johnson was to actually run. I mean, let's just be honest. Trump or Ronald Reagan ain't gonna be the last and only known person in like the next couple hundred years. By that time, we'll all be dead. Who's still alive right now? But another celebrity past Trump will obviously throw their hat, whether it's a man or a woman, into the rings of being a politician slash president. I don't think Ronald Reagan had ever had much experience in politics, more so as a movie actor in the 70s up until his run in the 80s. So it's I think we'll have another celebrity kind of person who will run for president. But who it may be, well, even if it's Dwayne, it's no surprise.
So, question:
Yeah.
Who would you want to run for president? Trump, obviously. And why? Who do you
Well,
want to
besides,
run?
I'm gonna put it in a bit of like a broader thing. Besides Trump, if I had to choose, I actually wanted Vivek to be the other person, and like you know how RK Jr. just dropped out and he was an independent. I actually was hoping Vivek was gonna be the VP of Trump, but if Trump wasn't running as he is, it would be Vivek. But so beside politicians, celebrity wise, I would either want someone like Rick Harrison from the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop of the show Pawn Stars, or someone who has a real American patriotism of how to run it. Because let's just be honest, gas ain't like what it used to be when it was under Trump and everything else. But I know you don't see the like both sides of things, because like you said you ain't Republican and you ain't like Democrat. But also, besides that, maybe some of the other noticeable faces I've seen in recent years, Dr. Phil could be a great politician if he threw his hat in the ring. And Trying to think of who else.
I say we don't need any actors. It's bad enough that we have a series of actors and actresses putting their name in hats.
Uh,
It's I have no problem with Cornel West. I have no issues with Cornel West. I like the brother. Number one, he's an actor. I'll just leave it at that.
do you think Chris Rock or Ice Cube could be a great politician if they want
They,
to
they
go
they're
from
not
acting
gonna
to
let
politics?
they're not gonna let Ice Cube do anything, and they damn sure ain't gonna let Chris Rock do anything. They're not. I would be totally shocked. Listen, the only again, I can't believe well. I would rather have Michelle Obama run for 4 years. I would rather have her run for 4 years because is the she is more serious in her work and the things that she does outside of the presidency
Um,
that catches my eye. But
I'm sorry if I'm giggling. It's just when you like said, "I can't believe I'm saying this for the life of God" or something like that. The saying of how you are expressing yourself is making me giggle. But no disrespect to you, man.
I just can't take none of these people serious. Unless we ended up, like I said, organizing. We end up organize or die. Organize or die. You can't do this independently. You're going to have so many issues throughout the 4 years, and plus, you don't pick presidents. They pick presidents 4 years in advance before you can say boo. So, I mean, it's like your vote counts anyway.
Well, at the end of it, it's the electoral system that decides. People complain about Hillary getting the popular vote, that so she like should have won. But even though people say this country is a democracy, it's at the end of it a constitutional republic. But at the end of it, if it ain't a democracy or constitutional republic, what is it then? Because polls obviously are not as believable as what they report, and they said the same thing in 2016 on the Democratic side. But at the end of it, like what is really supposed to happen of who should be elected as president, because it ain't gonna be as easy as pie at the end of it. And I love where you stand, actually, Locke. But even though I am knowing what side I am on, I have no like disrespect for you and your thoughts, man. But I'm just trying to understand if we change the way we elect our presidents with no electoral college or popular vote, or if things like were in your hands of like interviewing, pretty much it's just like a job interview of finding the best person for the job. And I guess that's the way you can put it, is like interviewing different candidates of who would be best to serve this country. But at the end of it, the just because you like are someone that interviews someone, that doesn't mean you get to pick it. Because I've been interviewed many times of jobs, and I was never actually hired by the person who interviewed me. It was the employer, him or herself, that actually made the choice to hire me. And who would choose to hire
Exactly.
someone as president if we went in that direction of interviews then hire?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly my point. And no argument there. No argument there at all.
I love and
But
respect you, man.
no problem. You too. You too.
I just want to hop on for a little bit, but you have a great night, and I actually love your discussions, man.
Yeah. All right. You take it easy. All right, Angel.
Bye.
All right. Take it easy. There is very, very little that I can say about our, how can I say this? 'Cause we can talk politics all day long. But the one thing that I will say is when it comes to women's rights, it should be human rights, not women's rights. This is what I mean. You have every right to do what is necessary, not because you want to, or not because the nigga is leaving, not because of, you're getting a divorce or you're breaking up with your boyfriend or whatever. No. Because the child that you carry inside of you is human too. However, it works. It's like I said, the only way that it is forgivable to have an abortion is that you are being raped, beaten to death, near death. Nobody can say anything. Nobody should say anything. We will support you. I've seen women being dragged before, being dragged all over, had her stomach kicked in, stomped on, literally. What they used to do to us back then, I want you to look up and this is a different country, but I want you to look up 1804. And I want you to study 1804. And literally, the Haitian Revolution was one of the most greatest revolutions ever started. Even though in the end it didn't quite go the way quite go the way it should have been. But during that time, there were Europeans dominating in that front and damn they're ripping the babies out of people's stomachs and using their fucking heels as bamboozles, nearly putting their heads in targets and using it for target practice. And these beautiful Haitians, they said enough is enough. Even though they were small, they didn't care. It was either our freedom or die. So they did what they had to do, and they took on not one, not two, but 3 countries. 3 countries. When are we ever going to be those? The Egyptians took their land back. I don't want to say what's going on, and I'm not allowed to say what's going on in Afghanistan or whatever that place is over there, because I might get dinged for expressing my First Amendment rights on YouTube. When are we ever going to be that gift of gab? When are we ever going to be that source? When are we ever going to stop whining about what a woman is going to do? Whine. I'm going to show you. I'm literally going to show you what a whiner looks like. Have you ever heard of those people that can't seem to shut up? Those are the people that I'm talking about. No matter how big their platform is.
Community is single mothers. I mean, 70% of the women are single mothers, and the average Black boy.
A furnished private room with utilities and Wi-Fi for less than $135 a week with pad split.
Boy can't even read at the 8th grade level.
Yeah, but what's the definition of deadbeat? That's the whole point.
Not taking care of your kids properly.
Not taking care of your children.
So if they stay with you and you not taking care of them,
so
being a bad parent.
So you walking away from a kid is the same as you being in the house with the kid but neglecting the kid. That's the same thing.
I don't.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing.
Sometimes the best thing. Hey, wait a minute. Sometimes the best thing a nigga can do is walk away from them damn kids because he's probably gonna be worse.
Right there.
I don't. Okay, wait. I don't think any man, because here's the problem, right? Men can't opt out of being a father, right? I can tell a woman no, she says yes, the child is coming. So I can't call a dude a deadbeat if he said, look, I don't want to be a father. I ain't ready yet. I don't want to be a father. And you still choose to have the kid. How can he be a deadbeat?
Yeah, but you can always sign off on that. You can always sign off on that child, right?
No, you can't.
You can't sign off on the kid.
No, you cannot. No.
There's no way to opt out. There's no way to opt out of father.
She has to agree to let you sign over.
No.
And if you are married, if you married and your wife get pregnant and if she don't have a man, they will default you to father.
Yes.
So y'all could be separated and she
Wait
get
a minute,
pregnant.
you can't give up all your rights to a child. Is that what
You
you're saying?
Look. Here's the thing, HQ. Here's the thing. You need to understand this. Yes, a man can give up all his rights to a child.
Right.
But that does not alleviate his financial obligation to the child.
To it. Right, right.
So he can give up his rights to the say-so of the child and all of that shit.
No,
And guess what?
Legally,
He still gotta pay. He still gotta pay. He still gotta pay child support.
Period. He's legally obligated.
So legally,
no matter
he
what.
still has.
Wah. That's all I hear is wah, 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 wah. I've been hearing this same talk for about ever since I was on Black Man Unfiltered Live. No. I'm sorry. He came over here. He literally came over here. And I've been hearing this same old wah talk for about 3-4 years. So what are you going to do about it? Now, I've been hearing rumors that men have absolutely gone to their legislators, their mayors, and absolutely tried to turn these things around. If you feel some type of neglect, again, I've never been to the child support. I never had to have child support put on me. And I understand certain people who have a problem with the child support system, especially in Texas. Texas is crazy. Texas, once the child, and I might be wrong about this, once the child turns 18, if the woman decides to put him on child support, blah, 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 again, she can collect child support until he's 21. Now, I might be wrong about that. I've heard of some things like that. I'm not sure. Do not take my words and you have to look this up yourself. I'm not in Texas. Hey.
Hotep.
Yeah. I need your help.
You said you need what?
I need your help. And I know D. Durrell over there is cracking up. I know they're cracking up.
What happened?
I don't know what's going on. They're still talking about Big Boy over there.
Honey, they are taking him through it.
Are they? Well, hey, that's what happens when you talk shit. That's what happened. And he doesn't care either. So, but I don't know. Let's just continue because I just got lost.
To pay child support.
Yes.
Because he gives up all the rights to that child.
The state doesn't want to be on the hook for paying for that child. So even if you don't want it anymore,
unless the child
has
gets
to be
adopted.
afforded.
Unless the child gets adopted.
Listen.
The child has to get adopted for that individual to not be financially responsible. But if a child goes, like, say he gives up his rights, right? And the court say we take your rights, and the child goes into foster care, he's still obligated financially to support that child.
No, I didn't know that.
This is why women like empathy, because you guys really don't know what men have to go through, right?
And we're back in third quarter planning. Adams is quarterbacking this project.
Men
That's all I hear is wah. 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 We can't get child support. No one has any empathy for us. Wah. Maybe if you were organized. Fuck you, We-On-Loc, you ain't shit. Wah. You're a simp. Wah. We can't find women who will submit to us. Wah. Are we lost, Emma? Are we lost? Are we lost in the sauce? How can I ever win a battle that is close to being unwinnable? Emma, you got the floor. She's going somewhere.
Opt out. Period. We can't opt out. This is why I don't believe there's deadbeats. If they said from the beginning, I don't want to have a child, because he can't opt out. The woman can delete it. The woman can drop it off at the fire station. She can give it up to CPS. She have all these options to opt out of motherhood. And the father has nothing, none, zero to opt out of fatherhood. So how can he say we just had?
You can put them in a trash can. You can take the baby away from the woman. That's what normally people do when women are pregnant anyway. They take the child when the child is first born, clip the umbilical cord, take the placenta, which you should. I don't know what the hell white people are doing with placentas. I do not know what white people. Hello, I will say this again. I do not know why you put white people, give white people the placenta. Oh, you're back.
Yeah. I heard you.
Okay. Question. Are we lost in the sauce? Are we lost? Are we in the wilderness? Oh, or do you believe that we're dying off slowly?
What I'm sensing here from a lot of what's being said is there's some type of anger, and there's some type of what's the word? Not happy with something. You know what I mean? It's like some of the things people say on here are just mean.
Well, how would you feel if you were you were a male and you believe that the society itself is looking down upon you and with great force is basically it's like a judge slapping the gauntlet on you and saying you got life in prison. It's like there's no way out for the black man. And the only way we can even go about our daily lives is to hold women accountable for what exactly?
That's what I don't know, because I'm doing everything I can.
I know you are, but Emma, this is what we got to stop doing. We got to stop because we know our situations. I know what I do, and you obviously know what you do, correct?
Yes.
So, with that being said, we are not putting ourselves in their situation. But the people who obviously have an issue with this type of behavior is particularly the ones that are on that panel right now. And they are expressing fully to one woman who is obviously in the middle. Yeah, she's for and against certain things. HQ is relatively neutral. Okay. The Red Pill Ranger, I obviously know he's a jackass. Do I have to say anything about Angry Man? But the rest of the people, I don't know. I have no idea. But it's the same shit show. It's the same shit show.
Yeah,
Had
he
a one.
always got it. He complained to. He's some of these dudes like they constantly complaining. But I've been through lectures where basically I've been through lectures where they were basically saying that, this is expected, like where men try to blame, well, let's just talk about they try to blame black women because they don't actually want to stand up. And I think you said this before too, the actual problems in our communities, also.
Hotep, man. Hotep.
Mm-hmm. And they don't want to stand up to, for example, like, children getting killed in the communities, us killing each other in the communities. They don't actually want to put their boots and feet on the ground and, deal with what's actually happening in the community. So they just blame it on women because that way they can deflect from, responsibility of actually building us up. Like you said, actually building homes, doing visits, going to the prisons, going, talking to the youth, actually doing things for the community. So I think the complaining sessions, that's what I had learned, that the complaining from black men is about when they like complain about black women.
But do you think that's just, or do you think it's just like, oh, y'all just need to get over it? Do you think they have a they have a reason for what they do? Or let me reiterate that. Do you think they have a reason to complain, basically? You got let me check. Do you think that? Go ahead. Oh my, it's killing me.
Oh, you said did I have a reason? Well, I mean, you can complain about stuff, but the thing is like you pretty much saying the same things over and over and over. And I noticed there's a lot of men who are actually already in relationships and in marriages and stuff. They're always complaining about black women, and they're in the business of single people. Instead of dealing with what actually needs to be dealt with in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's, it's become something where people, it's a hobby, it's something, it's anger, it's where they're not happy with themselves, they're not happy with their situation. So
I don't know why Angry Man's married. He's just copping right now. He's cooning right now. He's been cooning.
I don't know if he has any actual programs in the community. He may have some, so I'm not going to jump to any conclusions. I'm just saying in the lectures that I've been through about this, is that black men do this because they don't want to stand up to the actual problems in the community, as far as going out there on the block, addressing, problems in the community, addressing, the oppressor. So what they do instead is they complain about black women just to deflect from not doing the work that needs to be done. You know how men like do stuff in the community, like coming up, like they would go out, pass out food, go check on people, blah, 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 blah. And they don't want to get together and build anything. They just want to talk about, hit below the belt. And you can tell me what you think about that theory.
If you are not obligated to listen to a woman, what makes you think you're going to build with her? If you are so afraid of at least tolerating her at least for at least 5 minutes, then what are you building with her? What most of these men who talk submission have never subdued themselves to their mothers. Need I explain what I'm talking about? When you submit yourself to your mother and father, that's what you're supposed to do. Because they are in need. I got you, player. I got you. They are in need to giving you sense of direction. When it comes to a woman submissive, I don't see no rings. Number one. Number two, if you are going to be her leader, you have to show what you are leading and what you're leading with. It's not so much nowadays, it's your car, how much money you make. All that stuff can be wiped out due to the fact that the dollar bill itself is depleting. And wondering why everything is so high. Wondering why gas is so high. Wondering why we have to pay 2 times the amount of rent that we're used to paying. And you got to constantly work and work and work and work and work, right? And not everybody can be a 6-figure nigga. And so what the woman wants to do, and the woman what should do, I mean, the woman's been working since the beginning of time, right? So, and she just happened to say, okay, I'm independent and I got money now. So what is wrong with a woman having money, you being independent yourself as a man having money, right? Y'all see each other and y'all come together. You both have money. You're both independent. You don't have to worry about much. You don't have to worry about much at all. Where's the... I'm trying to figure out where's the hypocrisy in that. Oh, we don't care about your money. That's what I'm used to hearing. We don't care about. Am I making sense?
Well, for me, I look at it as, and because I've seen, men do it, I look at it as if you think that prices are too high or anything has to do with finances, go address the people, go address the powers that be. As men, y'all need to show up to different places, start, and I've seen Black people doing this, I've seen Black women doing this, start affordable housing, address it, go to the powers that be and sit and address these things with the people that need to be addressed. Don't keep on coming back to Black women talking with the yada yada yada. Okay, we can do our part, but at the same time, as men, go address these people. Like, address the situation.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, bro.
Don't address women. Yeah. Don't address Black women. Black women are doing as much as they can. And by the way, Kamala had said she would be addressing, the price gouging on food and probably housing and different things that she's going to be addressing. And that's one thing as men, that when, if there's problems and complaints, you need to address those people. Stop trying to come back and blame your lackluster on Black women.
All right, let's continue.
Night stand, kid come in, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to have it. I don't want it. I'm not financially ready to have a kid yet. You say yes, kid is coming. How that makes him a deadbeat if he said from the very jump, yo, listen, I don't want it. I don't want it. How can that make him a deadbeat? You can't.
I'll say this though. I'll say that's why in 2024, you know, us as men, we got to take the burden of responsibility these days and avoid sleeping with these women. That's what we.
I agree. About. I agree with that. I do, but it still doesn't change.
But you're not. So stop lying.
That's the first thing he said. Avoid sleeping with these women, sir.
But you're not. He's not.
You got some type of prize that there is to be won.
Thank you.
That's what they're thinking from below the belt. You need to address your problems. You know, stop trying to blame your problems on Black women.
Yo, there are. I will bet 10 grand. And I don't even have 10 grand. Well, at least I did at one point. Well, I would have bet the entire house that you will not stop. You just won't. What you gonna do? Go with white women? You're not, because they don't flavor you that way. They just don't. You're gonna keep kowtowing, and you're gonna keep messing with you're gonna keep messing with melanated women as long as you can not stand it. I even heard somebody the other day talking about, yo, we need to divest from these women. Divest how? Women can do it, but can you? Women can do that all day long. Women cannot even, they don't even have to have a man. They just don't. And let's not get into the whole marriage thing. Let's just not. Because I don't know who, well, he says he's married, but I don't know who else is married. But none of you Negroes deserve Black women, I'm telling you.
Change the fact that they need to change the laws, but I do agree with that.
No. You need to make sure men wear condoms and do that kind of thing too.
Oh Lord,
that's not 100%.
No, stop. Time out.
I'm not getting booted off tonight.
Here's the lie. Here's the lie. Here's the lie. Here's where the lie comes in, because this is always the bullshit. And I'm gonna say it again. Safe.
Thank you, Brownie. You're ever so welcome.
Sex is a woman's responsibility.
Facts.
Bullshit. Sex is a woman and a man's responsibility. The woman has the ability to open and close her legs. The man has to practice self-control. When are we ever going to address a man's self-control? You know how to turn off and on the television, right? You know how to turn on the PlayStation, right? When it's time to fast, the first thing you're going to do is think of food. And you're not supposed to be fasting. You're not supposed to be eating when fasting, right? So there's self-control there. You know how to self-discipline yourself when it comes to a woman and her sexuality. You might say, ooh, she looks good, ass fat, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, nah, I'm not doing that tonight. I'm going to go home and I'm going to get some sleep.
You can do whatever you want, but after you're done with that, that's not going to change what's going on, you know, with us, with Black people economically and in different areas where we want to grow, where we want to, you know, where we want to have our children be safe. and be in safe environments and stuff like that. So you can have as much sex as you want, but when you get up from there, that's not going to change anything. So
you're responsible for your own
that's
body.
what gets me about when people can sit around and they can talk all day about relationships and sex and everything. And I'm like, okay, if we get some things right in the community too, there's a possibility that we could have better relationships and not see things through the jaundiced eyes. Because have you ever thought that women are not submitting because they see that you're doing nothing for the community? They see that you're doing nothing. You're sitting around doing a bunch of lunching and talking about other people's business instead of the business of making cleaning these communities up and having our safe place, having, you know, beautiful homes and spaces to live in of our own, where we can be with each other and be doing the right thing. But instead, you want to sit up here and complain all day and bump your gums all day. And when you get up from there, when you get up from having that sex, it's fine if you want to do it, but keep that same energy, so we'll have a safe place to do what it is that we do.
Who is relatively responsible for the woman getting pregnant? Her or him?
I don't know, but I do know that both, you know, either one can, both of them are responsible, because it's your responsibility. You can protect yourself and do what you know you have to do to avoid pregnancy. But
So
like I said, in the communities, we have to, there's people who've had talks on this, but we have to make those resources available. We have to make our children and young adults aware of what needs to be done, and have them have the resources and fresh, clean environments where we can that are affected, so these things can be effective for us, and so we can move forward. You know,
I had an argument on it was amazing. I had an argument over on Nidus's show, and he put a picture up, right? He put a picture up of this abandoned ghetto facility, right? Apartment complex. He said, "Can we rebuild this community?" And I said, "Yes." And everyone sighed like I said something wrong. And it's like, here's the thing. I know that we can rebuild, but the fact is you don't want to. Because number one, you're lazy, and number two, you really don't give a shit. But if someone to come along and take those particular buildings, flip them around, and turn them into something great, or pretty much have them the same way, they can price them up however they want to price them, and you're going to be looking stupid. Just like, for example, if I were to get a car out of the parking lot, right? I'm sorry, I said that wrong. If I were to dump my car after a couple of years of having a relatively 57 Chevy, a 1970 Dodge Challenger, right? It's a piece of junk. It doesn't work. I throw it away, right? Some white man is going to come collect it, And he's going to relatively put a lot of money into that car. Engine, parts, inside, outside, cold painting, scrap, just new wheels, new speakers, new everything, new transmission, new everything. And one day you see your car driving by. I was like, how did that used to be my car? Not anymore. Now you're stuck with payments. Payments, rent. When you had something to build on, which is a facility that you own, but you let it go to foreclosure because of some crazy ass circumstance. But you could have went to the people and said, we're going to try our best to see that this community is safe. You didn't want to do that. So the Chinese man comes in there, takes it, buys it for a low, cheap price, and then bumps it right up. When it comes to this shit, you had ample time to go to the legislators. You had ample time to go to and go to the mayors and fix certain laws when it comes to this child support. Like this thing in Texas, right? Salute. This thing in Texas, I don't know how it is, but there's something about women getting back child support, right? I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works because I'm not in Texas and I haven't been in a child support, and I have not even had to go to the courts for child support. And see, that's the thing. Why are we going to the courts? Why are we going to the courts? Why are we going to a man who preferably doesn't give a damn about your situation? He's there to get paid. There's a thing called you can make up a contract and say to the person that you're with, okay, we're not getting along very well, blah, 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 blah. I will offer you this, and you can offer me this, meaning we can have the child you can have the children 1 week, and I can have the children another week. Fair exchange, right? Fair exchange. Plus,
yeah. Hey, Tricky, if you're still there, hi. Because I went ahead and streamed this to my channel.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
I see it. I see you people's are already in here. Rebuild.
I just wanted to say hi to them. You know, just say hi. But yeah, I mean,
first place.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't know if you know, but when we're talking about building, we're talking about rebuilding our communities one by one. Not to replay Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Rosewood back over and over again, but and amongst other communities have been built by Black men. That's what type of building we're talking about. But what were you saying?
No, good.
All right. You want to read that? Let's see. Keep in mind, women aren't children, so child support isn't for the woman. I don't know, Trisha. I don't know. Again, I don't know how child support works, but these dudes seem to have a problem, seem to have an issue with how the court system works. And they're all putting it on the women like the women are supposed to go, they're supposed to go, yo, we're going to change this for the men. It's not going to happen that way.
Well, if you get joint custody, you don't have to, it's only going to go according to what you make. So if you're not making that much, they're not going to take a lot of child support out of your check. and if you have more than one child, they're gonna split.
Wait. Say that part one more time.
Oh, if you get joint custody, I don't think you have to pay child support. Which means like you have them 50%, you have them, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
In certain states, I'm not sure. Again, I have to have like an expert here to tell me, because again, I have not had child support on me. But I have heard that if you have joint custody, you do pay child support, but you pay a minimum lump sum. A minimum.
Now, because think about it. If you have joint custody, then that means that they're at your house 50% of the time and they're at the mother's house 50% of the time. So both of y'all are doing your part. So there's no need for child support. But it could be different. But from my understanding, because there was a woman who actually spoke about this, and she also said, if you get in a situation where you can't pay the minimum, then all you have to do is go to your worker and let them know that, and adjustments will be made. Most men get tangled up with the child support system because they're not communicating with the worker. They don't know your status. They don't know where you are. They don't know. So then they start taking different measures to try to, collect or try to, get a hold of you. But they don't start taking your license and things like that. That's only after they haven't had contact with you. Nothing's being paid. And all they take a certain percentage of your check. So if you're not really making that much, they're not going to take that much. Like, for example, my girl had a couple kids by a dude who had a lot of kids. All she was getting like $17 child support checks and stuff like that. So I think some people try to make it seem more than it is, because some men are known to lie about their income. And some would say Black men are known to lie about their income. So they just try to make it sound like they're paying all this child support to try to make it sound like they make all this money. When in reality, if you make a bunch of money, you're paying a little bit of child support. That's not going to be nothing to you, especially for your own children.
I think it's something like 30% or something like that.
Well, it may be a standard amount. But now if you have a bunch of kids, that 30, however much they take, that portion has to be split between each one of those children. It's never going to be a situation where they're taking your entire check. That 30% would have to be split between each of those children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been telling her that, ain't you that?
I'm not saying.
Wait a minute.
It
is the man's first choice.
No, it's not.
It's his first refusal. Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Right to first refusal.
No, it isn't.
Right first refusal.
He has the first refusal.
No,
he walked into the door.
No,
and he did not put a condom on.
No,
I know where this going.
No. First of all, the woman has the most power in that situation, not the man. The woman has the most power. So,
wait, angry man, time out.
Where did that come from? I have the first refusal. I can refuse this child or not. The woman don't have no. The only time the woman has the power when the baby's in her hands. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe a child support expert. If I can get this person on the phone, maybe she can tell me. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and do that.
What Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. Facts.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this.
So, but that means you, Negro, since you're trying to be funny, Uncle Ben, since you're trying to be funny.
Because if you really look at it, if you got time to be on the internet, you got time to get joint custody. Fathers, they can now. If you're working and stuff, it depends. See, now sometimes the jobs, fathers might feel like they can't do it, or they might feel a certain way. Either way, but the thing is that a lot of these people, they do a lot of talking and stuff, but some of these people don't even have kids. And then for two, you sitting up on the internet all day complaining about child support. You could be spending time with your kids. You could even make content with your kids. It's people that do that. Do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, let's be for real. They ain't taking no bunch of money out your check because you ain't making all that much money. And I don't mean to be so stern, but I think all this cap has to do with people trying to make people think they're living a certain way, or they're making this or they're making that. They only taking a little bit out your check for child support because you ain't making that much money anyway.
So
if they take 30%, if you make a certain, let's say you make 100,000 a year, 30%. Okay.
The stats on Black life in general is awful. Provisions for the children is downward, horrific, out of the horror movie. Least child support, like pitiful amongst to none.
She's basically saying what I think the sister is trying to say is, what also I'm agreeing with what she's saying. I think people are putting some cap, and they're trying to to make it look like they're doing
done shit. Nothing.
Right. Because like I told you, my girl, she had some kids by, some dudes that had a lot of kids. All she was getting was like $30 child support checks, $17 child support checks, stuff like that, because what they were taking had to be split amongst those children. And quite frankly, me being a mother, I don't see why you wouldn't want to take care of your kids anyway. They should be going down there taking themselves out for child support.
We'll see, and that's the thing. They don't have to do that. If him and the person that they're with at the time can agree to a contract that they made up.
I'll read this one for you because I didn't read the last one. I did hear what you said, but it says OW homes, poverty, and then on top of it all, send the kid off to the worst schools in a first-rate country. Those things would embarrass probably the KKK.
Like that comment. It's not funny, but I like it. I like it. Because here's the thing. You in the pawn. You take your baby and you pawn it off to one of the worst places in the United States of America, right? Then you want the child to be in the hands of you, meaning the male. Quite often, now I don't say this for all people, but if you're in the military, if you're a trucker, you have an excuse. I'll say it again. if you're in the military, hey Bridge, hey Helen, if you're in the military, if you're a trucker, you have an excuse. What does the military consist of? Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard. You're away for a certain amount of time. You're not gonna be able to see your baby until you can get visits and stuff like that. Truckers, you travel the world. That is your only excuse. Your only excuse. So I don't want to hear, I didn't have time with my kid, and she wasn't taking care of the child, blah, blah, blah. She is doing what she can do for that child. It's a headache putting on the pants and an apron at the same time. Trust me, my mother did it. Even though I'm the only child, she did it, and she did it for a certain amount of time until I can learn how to do my own thing. Was it easy? No. But she did what she could do. And I'm not giving grace. Now, mind you, ladies, I'm not giving grace to all y'all. Because, certain women out there, they need a reality check. But the fact of the matter is, when you put all the onus on a woman, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's simply pathetic.
If you walk into the door and you know that there's a chance that you can get this woman pregnant by having sex with her. Now, why would you put your financial freedom?
Opening her legs.
Hold on. Why would you put your financial freedom in the hands of another human being?
No.
By
Stop
having
this.
sex with her.
Stop. Because you're skipping a step. No, you're skipping a step. Y'all always do this. You're skipping a step. The step that you're skipping is that women allow sex.
Yep.
Women allow sex.
I'm not skipping that
when
step.
A man, wait, no. When a man, look. Here's the lie, everybody. Here's the lie everybody loves to take.
I am right along with you. Yes, I am.
Hold on.
Did he just say that the women allow sex? Did he say that? I could have swore he said that. Did he say that?
Hey, yeah, he did.
Why in the blue fuck would you ask something like that dumb?
Oh man,
why is it dumb?
Okay, just checking. Just checking. So if women allow sex, then what are men doing?
That men allow sex too. I mean, we both allow it. I mean, it's something that happens, and then
So, wait. Let me see. Let me paint this picture. So we're at a party, right? Me and you.
Yeah.
And you are sitting somewhere. You're sitting like Indian style or whatever. I grab you with both legs. Do you have the right to kick me in my nuts?
If you grab me, I would think like, do you want to dance or like, what are you grabbing me?
No. You didn't hear that part. You didn't hear the part where I said grab you by your legs.
Oh, my legs.
And I'm pulling you in a position where you're laying on your back. Do you have the right to kick me in my nuts?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just thought I asked.
Hold on, let me say this because y'all keep telling this lie and it's a myth. And I'm gonna tell you what the lie is. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what the lie is. This is the lie, right? Now, as a young man, I got my fair share. Okay. And this is what I noticed in every instance, because I was always about protecting myself. I was always about safe sex, always made sure if I was dealing with a chick, I had some condoms, all of that shit. But guess what? Every time it was
like, before we continue, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please, if you have not yet, become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel for $1.99 a month. Now, I'm not saying that a woman is practically invincible in all this, because she has a role to play with this in this too. However, the amount of live streams, again, this is more than what women have done. The amount of live streams, rightfully so, that have been all over the internet have proven that women are just totally inferior, and they can do nothing but a limited access of stuff. Then you have a particular group that says women are more than that, but it sounds similar and it sounds the same. Okay, you cook and clean, but you can do a little bit more than that. You're not a slave, but you have to show that. Then you have people like me who literally say, oh, women can do whatever they want to do as long as they put their minds into stuff. But it's a fallacy. It's a fallacy. It's a fallacy to alpha men. Why am I calling them alpha men? I'll call them sissies. How about that? A bunch of fucking sissies. But anyway, these alpha men, wannabe alpha men who think that the world owes them something. The world don't owe you shit. And this is the reason why I say organization is key. That way, once we get what we need to get, once we get where we need to go, once we do what the Egyptians did, once we take back our country, once we take back our country with full swing, and don't tell me we can't do it just because we're 13% of the population. If Haiti can do it, goddamn it, then we can do it too. Haiti took on 3 countries. We just won't do what they did at the end. We just won't do what they did at the end. If we as men did what the Egyptians did, or we had literally fought hell and high water to get respect from everybody who is competing against us, then women would definitely have something to submit to. But until that time, until you organize, until you have something that I can literally say, I can go to that particular place and I can spend my money in this person's facility, in this person's, I don't know, store, house, whatever you want to call it, as long as it's owned by you, the black man, as long as it's owned by you, a woman can submit. A woman can submit to you. A high value man, low value man, I don't even know how that go. But whoever is worthy of that man, whoever is worthy of that woman, is what should happen. I don't want to hear any more of this whining.
It was getting ready to happen. They ain't never say nothing about no condom.
Right.
And I know that if I was the type of nigga to you know, ooh, baby, I like it raw, I'd have been able to hit raw every time. And the reason why is because women are trifling. Y'all try to pretend like you're not.
Wait.
Women are trifling.
Wait a minute. Hold on. But you put it into my hands. You gave me the sperm. And so since you didn't use a condom and you gave me the sperm, don't I have a right to do with it what I want?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay, let me ask you. Wait. Let me ask you.
Why would you want to do something that's bad for the kid?
No.
Wait. Hold on for a second. HQ. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you own a nightclub, right? You hire security because you don't want just anybody coming in there, right?
Right.
There's a nigga outside of that club that everybody is known for starting fights. He's known for shooting up the club. Literally. You letting him in that club?
No.
Now, if you do let him in the club and he shoot the motherfucker up,
right?
Whose fault is it?
His fault.
What? Bro, she trolling, bro. Stop it. Let's go.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
That's girl math right there.
Wait a minute. Hold up. You gave me the sperm. I told you, hey, come on over and we're gonna do the thing. And I said, you ain't gotta wear no condom.
Any questions? Comments?
I just don't get it because, and you learn in sex education that when a man and woman get together like that and have sex, there's a chance. It doesn't matter who it is or, if you get together and you have sex, then there's a chance that there could be a pregnancy. It's just how the human bodies work.
Hello?
Hey.
Go ahead.
You went out for a second.
Yeah, just for a little bit. Go ahead.
But that's all I was saying is that anytime you have sexual activity between a man and a woman because we're made, that's how we're made and set up. It doesn't matter who it is, with or without a condom, with a condom, without a condom, there is a chance there may be a pregnancy. So you always have to think about that, when you get together with someone on that level.
Oh, it gets worse. And again, I'm not going to even start on the whole marriage thing. I had an argument the other day from some dude that claims that he's white. He said that marriage is important for a woman to stop what she's doing, stop hoeing around and get married to a man that she's worthy of getting. I was like, so why is marriage so important? Especially in this day and age. Why is marriage so important? And he went to the economic route. I said, that's fine, but if the woman is miserable, your money is the only thing you can depend on. Your money will be the only thing to depend on, nothing else. Because quite frankly, what is money to the world, to the woman that is miserable? I could put this on reverse of the men too. What if a man is miserable, do you think that man would stick around you? No. So what the hell would vice versa? Why would you want the woman to stick around if she's miserable? First, you have to be compatible somewhat. And you have to like mashed together somewhat with good quality communication. Like we've been communicating for like what, 5 years, something like that. So more likely I was more communicated with your cousin. And then I don't know, me and your cousin, we communicate, we talked at the same time. Me, you, and her. Me, you, and I. We talked together at the same time. So we known each other for the same amount of years.
Yeah.
You and but we never seen each other in real life. That's the only thing about it. But you know who I am. I know who you are. Relatively, you know what our likes and dislikes are. These dudes don't even like, yo, I don't even want to talk. I just want to fuck. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. And this is what half the dudes, this has to do is what they say. I've been in clubs, Emma. I've been in the club scene before. I stopped going for reasons because it's stupid. It gets ridiculous. It gets ridiculous in clubs. I mean, we're there to have fun and whatever, whatnot. There have been a couple times where I've been to clubs and it's been perfectly cool, right? But then I would come in and it's wild. Niggas will take a woman away from you. Don't even care. Dudes would literally feel on women's booties, feel on their booty hole. I'm dead serious. Try to feel on their chest, titties, and whatnot. I mean, literally would just start feeling on them for. And then one time it got to the point where some woman didn't like it. And she got a drink thrown on her. Talk about control, talk about behavior. Now, I've thrown cats out of clubs before. I've literally volunteered to do some security work, and I literally had to throw cats out. Me and the guys, we literally had to throw cats out because of their behavior. There's not one woman that I had to deal with. Now they get loud. That means literally nothing. But when they particularly, I'm talking about the men, they particularly become horny. They become horny in them clubs, yo. Have you ever been to a club and the dude was so horny, he literally his pants popped off the moment that you literally felt him when he was close to you, like literally that close to you? It's crazy. It is crazy. Hello, Dorothy. Is it Dorothy? Yeah, Dorothy. Hey, Dorothy, how are you? Aren't women being kind of what?
Women being called masculine and non-traditional for closing their legs.
They're being called masculine for all the reasons other than submission. But if you talk to them a certain way, and this is the reason why they prefer somebody at a younger age. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why they prefer women at a younger age, because women in their late 30s, early 40s, they have what's called I'm not falling for that bullshit mentality. That's the thing. It's just laziness, yo. It's just straight laziness. It's laziness. You can't get away with everything, and this is the reason why they say the women's hit a wall. No, they hit a wall, all right, and they crashed that motherfucker down. Literally to the point where you can't get away with nothing. You can't get away with no polygamy. You can't get away with sneaking out at night. Nothing. Nothing. But that's what you want to do because you're bored. You're bored and you're irresponsible. But ladies, I have to tell you, you have your irresponsibilities too. It's just I'm not the one to point it. I'm not the one that's going to point it out to you. I'll have somebody else do that because number one, I'm not a woman. Number two, it's not my place. All I'm going to say is we have to do better. We have to do better in society. We have to do better, ladies. That's all I'm going to tell you. And my daughter just came in the room. Go ahead and talk to the people real quick.
Oh yeah, Dorothy. I'm not sure if you said women being called masculine and non-traditional for closing their legs. And that's the thing. People can call you whatever they want. When you know that what you're doing is right and people try to make you unsure and people get desperate, they will call you. Go ahead.
No, finish.
Yeah, they will try to call you names, call you this, call you that, but it really doesn't matter what people say. If you want to close them, close them. And I think sometimes how we get into situations, we let people talk us out of what we know is right and what we know is best for us. And that could be men or women. If you feel it's not right, or if a man, if you feel it's not right, get up, go home. Do what's best for you.
Lately, you'll be called a whore and a skeezer later on, or if you talk too much, you're a little masculine. If you end up talking down to a man with some sense. Have you ever heard of that? Who's that doctor? Who's that one doctor? What up, though? Who's that one doctor that Nick Cannon was talking to? And everybody was all shocked that this counselor or whatever her name is talked down to her, talked down to him or whatever, then was talking to Cam Newton, was surprised it was talking to Cam Newton. Like, how dare you talk to Cam Newton that way? Was she wrong about anything?
Well, I think she was wrong in a sense too, even though that was the subject matter and that was the interview again. It's all of our responsibility to, build up communities. But if Cam Newton wants to live his life the way he wants to live it, let him live it. But us women, we don't have to sit here and ask these men, well, why this and why that? And why don't you want to do this? And why don't you want to settle down? Go move around. You don't have to keep begging these same men to be something that you want them to be, and trying to pick their brains. Their fruit is showing you.
Yeah.
He has his kids, he has his lifestyle. If you can't handle or don't want to be a part of that lifestyle, You don't need to keep questioning people and running behind people. Keep trying to ask them why this and why that. I don't agree with it. I don't like when people have those type of talks, because what if his kids hear that? You know what I mean? He has the kids. Now move along.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what
it really is.
It is what it is. But real quick, I gotta do some promotionary stuff real quick. If you have not participated in going to the YouTube Awards, please do so. The tickets are going fairly quite expensive. I don't know how much they are. You got to go to Trish's page, ask for the particular pricing, and so on and so forth. Plus, I also want to give a shout out to Brownie Ellis. She has a tremendous live, and of course, want to give a shout out to D. Terrell, and also give a tremendous shout out to Venus, the voice of Venus. Now, let's continue.
Get ready for the most glamorous event of the year, the U2B Streets Awards 2025, February 9, 2025, at Laban Midtown, located at 641 West 42nd Street, New York City. Join us at 12 p.m. for the pre-show red carpet extravaganza and a chance to win $500 in our fashion contest. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., enjoy the gold tier experience with speakeasy confessionals, press interviews, and premium cocktails. At 4 p.m., the platinum tier includes performances, a comedic host, an award ceremony, dinner, and gift bags. From 8 p.m., the diamond tier features a VIP after party with a DJ, aerial dance, fire performances, and gift bags. 24 YouTube categories and many nominees. Can't attend in person? Stream the entire event live on Hush and Move Media via Uscreen for just $9.99. Get your early bird tickets before September 15, 2024. Visit now. Be a sponsor. Be extraordinary. Be there. Be great.
Oh, and I almost forgot. My brother from another mother. Definitely haven't seen him in a while. Bleh, I can't even say his name. I'll think of his name in a minute. But let's continue with the effery.
You didn't wear a condom, so therefore you giving me permission. You giving me the sperm. You telling me you want to give it to me. So I got it.
HQ. The CIA gave Freeway Ricky the drugs. He still went to jail.
Oh God!
What am I supposed to say? It still don't negate my
freeway.
That don't
Okay,
negate
so
my
number one, no, because your point is illogical.
How is that illogical?
It's
when
illogical because it's illogical because what you're trying to do is you're trying to justify a woman taking advantage of a stat system. You're trying to, first of all, you have, as a woman, you have reproductive rights.
Right.
Okay. You have the right over your body. You have the right over who you are, right? A man does not have any rights over his sperm. Okay. So much so, because I'm
What? Wait, what?
I really don't. I really don't with him.
I don't know. Nigga, it's called watch who you stick your dick into, nigga. That's controlling that's having rights over your sperm. Stop putting your dick in everybody. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for thinking that way?
He can do what he want, but I'm just saying, like, why is he so? Why is he so?
He's always been this way. Always. Always. Why do you think they call him the angry man for a reason? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's the type of person that stirs up so much damn controversy. It's him and others. I mean, he's been doing this for years. But I will have to give him credit due to him having autonomy over other niggas. That I will give him. But as far as this, no, ma'am. Nah, we ain't going for it. This is not how we create balance. This is not how the world works. This is not how it should be. If we have a problem with society, not our own. The only time we have a problem with our own is we're killing each other on a whim, which I do have a problem with. But again, society it is shown throughout documented history that is giving a whole bunch of curveballs, and we take the freaking bait each time. I just think men and women need to get it right. How can we when we had niggas like this? How can we? This is what I truly say. We have to get these people out. We have to get these type of people out and let them look outside. It's like what Dr. Umar said a little later when he was in Canada. He said, in order to organize, and I'm paraphrasing, in order to organize, we're going to have to take the ones that are not so argumentative. Not so argumentative. Challenge, yes. Argumentative, no. The ones that absolutely don't get just don't get it. No, we don't take those people with you. You take the people with you who are either at lockstep with you, can agree to disagree on 50% of the things, but we can come together on some things. Right? And then once we do that, then get other people to do the exact same thing, right? And once those numbers start growing into a decent amount to where we can get into some shit, then and only then will the organization be great. Will the organization, whatever we call it, whatever we want to call it, we ain't calling it no African American, no Black American, none of that shit. Pan African is just fine. Ooh. The difference is Black men are complaining about the women they do not want. And two, women at times don't hold each other accountable. Agreed. Girl, it's not my business unless it's against them. Three, Black men and Black women need to accept that everyone has choices and has to learn how to accept no. That is on both parties. And I do agree. And this is what HQ said in the beginning. Both parties are responsible for a woman, let's just say both of them getting pregnant, because both of them will have responsibilities, both equal responsibilities to the child. Yes? So, if both parties get each other pregnant, if he sticks his dangling in her cooch, gets her pregnant, right? And then he says, let's just say he says, man, I ain't ready for this. Oh, too late. If she says, I ain't giving up the baby, you don't have to. We're going to deal with this, and we're going to deal with this together. Why can't anybody say that? It's both of your responsibility. I cannot do that. I can't do that. I don't have kids. In other countries, you will be beheaded. Do you understand? In third world countries, you will get stoned. A woman would get stoned. A man would be shamed. Over here, it's, oh, I can do whatever I want. That's why the reason why the United States of America is so weak now. But let me not rant.
Show you how this plays out. So much so that a dude can come over there with a condom, have sex with the woman, be stupid enough to put the condom in the wastebasket. She can go fish it out of the wastebasket and insert the sperm in her, and he'll still be liable for child support.
It has happened.
Oh Lord!
I mean, we all know the Drake situation.
But wait a minute. But what?
Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, in a percentage, how often does that happen? How often? How often does this happen? How often? Every. And are we talking about normal people, men and women, other community, or are we talking about celebrities? If we're gonna talk, we're talking about the whole Drake situation. Knock it off. Because didn't he put hot sauce after he used the condom? Didn't he put some hot sauce inside that condom? What are we doing? What are we doing? What the hell are we doing? I'm just playing.
What I'm still saying, that still does not negate your part to make sure that you don't have a baby. How is it my fault to make sure you don't have a baby?
Because here's the thing. Because here's the problem. And this is
I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. I ain't worried about you wearing a condom, but you don't want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. So what?
Y'all see this? This is the reason why Black community where it's at right now.
Exactly.
The ignoring of the woman's responsibility in the scenario. Okay, because we all know that if every woman out here told every single man, we not having sex unless you have a condom, what's that nigga gonna do? He gonna go get a damn condom.
Every single time.
Every
ladies, I
time.
promise you.
He could be standing there. He could be standing there with a rock hard Johnson, and she could say, "No, we're not doing that without no condom." He will put on his pants and waddle out that door and go to the store and get a condom.
Is it that I gotta you don't want me to absolve myself of the guilt of getting pregnant, but I gotta absolve you from you allowing yourself.
You're not absolving anything. The state is gonna hold me responsible.
But why isn't it you didn't take responsibility before that?
No one is holding you responsible. This is the problem. You're literally trying as the woman to hold him responsible for the mistake when the state is also going to hold him responsible. But guess who's not being held responsible in this take two to tango situation? Your ass is not being held responsible, because at the end of the day, if you decide, you know what, he skeeted up in me, Oh my God, I'm pregnant. I was getting ready to go to college. I'm not ready to have a kid. Guess what? You can go get rid of that kid. Ain't nobody gonna say a mumbling word.
So why is it okay for me to do that? And I don't have no, I ain't getting held accountable. But why aren't you being held accountable for coming in me without having accountable?
That's what child support is for. That is being held accountable. That's what child support is for. That's what you being held accountable for.
So why would he allow me to do that? Why would he allow him?
Not allowed. Okay,
no. Hold on. Why would he? Hold on. Why would he allow himself to come inside me if he don't want to have children with me?
Listen,
why would he allow me to get pregnant if he don't want to?
For the same reason that you allowed him to skeet in you.
Right. So therefore, we both got responsibility for being pregnant.
But he's the only one being held responsible.
She's being held responsible because she has children.
How?
She's the one who's taking care of the children. She's the one that has that child.
Wait, hold on. Taking care of?
She's the one who's holding that child.
Stop for a second. Stop.
Any questions, thoughts?
Honey, he's so afraid of a hard day's work. I don't even know what to do right now. I mean, listen.
I'm sorry how you said it. How you said it was just hilarious.
His sentencing is work from sunup to sundown, just one day. Because I hear you doing a lot of talking.
Why would she let him do it as well? The question is, listen.
And any dude that says skeet or shoot up the club, I can't. It's
Nino, listen. If I was a judge, both of these Nick Bros would be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them would be in jail for being stupid, number one, irresponsible, number two, and I forgot what Judge Joe Brown said the other day. He said something that was so profound and so funny. He literally laughed I was literally laughing out the seat. But anyway, listen. Enough. We've gotten caught up in the whole. This is Willie Lynch. People may not believe what I say, but they better start looking up what I say and read the letter in context and read it for what it is. This is speaking Willie Lynch to me.
It's speaking, and idle mind is the devil's playground.
Ooh. When do a woman know if he's the right one or the right time to have sex without a condom? One, you have to be cordial to one another for not just that one night, not just that particular night, but some people actually do it and they live a long time. They live a long time with each other, but that's once in abundant. I know people who had sex through high school and had kids through high school, right? And they often have, and they've been together. They're together to this very day. I mean, years of high school, college, jobs, and the kids are all grown up now. So, but due to all this internet influence, not so much. And something has to be done about it. Otherwise, you're going to have some angry Gen Alpha, Gen Omega, whatever else is coming across the street. You're going to have some angry babies. Oh, cool. You see, I would have no problem with this. I would literally have no problem with this. If you're married right after high school, I wouldn't have no problem with that at all. Because you literally, I mean, people usually marry their sweethearts anyway. They marry right after high school, right when after they graduate high school, they immediately, get married to their loved ones, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a lovely thing. But we just need to, again, we just need to shut some of this shit off. We literally need to shut some of this shit off.
Yeah.
Stop for a second. Taken care of? Have you looked at the black community lately? These bitches ain't taking care of nobody. When we gonna stop telling this lie? These heifers ain't taking care of nobody. They getting pregnant and pushing out kids, and the kids is just taking care of themselves. They ain't taking care of nobody. They are using those children to supplement their lifestyle and their income. If they wasn't getting no money for them, if they wasn't getting no food stamps, no Section 8, they wouldn't even have no damn kids.
Why?
What?
Now he mad. This is why I don't get. Now he mad about people getting food stamps in Section 8. If you want food stamps in Section 8, go sign up for it.
I speak on no Japanese. What did he say?
Why the blue fuck would you ask something like that dumb?
Oh man,
why is it dumb?
Just you can read the comments. I need a sip of water. You can read the comments.
This is ridiculous. This is abuse.
Hey.
Like I've never seen.
This is what y'all got to deal with.
No,
I ain't got to deal with. Listen.
I got cussed out.
I'm being called a simp all day. Yo, it's like literally, if I'm not in lockstep with your thinking, I am basically a panderer. Thinking the way that I think, I am considered a panderer. If he literally see me today, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, if he literally would have seen me today, he would have been calling me like, we ain't got time for no simps. Because we have to do something about this child. I don't know who came to me. I'm trying to think. Who came to me that one day and told me about the child support system? It was I don't want to call him fat, but Black Man Unfiltered. Black Man Unfiltered came to me and literally was pouring his heart out about what's happening in Texas and in California and all these other places. Like, oh my God. It's like they're literally doing us in. And they are literally, we have to look outside our windows and we have to be skeptical about women because women are doing us in. Oh my God. Women are doing us in by the millions, by the thousands, and we have no laws. We have no shelters. Women have shelters all over the world. We only have one shelter. That's because you end up snorting crack cocaine. You can't even go in the shelters without snorting crack. That's what crackheads do. They literally go out, they literally look around, and they literally look for crack. That's what they do. Mothers are usually with their babies. And they snort crack with them too, but they have to have facilities for those women because the babies and the men are nowhere to be found. That's the reason why they have facilities.
If you look at these men, they don't want to work. They don't want to. They don't want to work. They rather sit online.
When you say that, what do you mean?
Well, they rather sit online and blame women for their problems.
Because society is blaming them. That's why. And they have no, and again, like I said before, since society has a chokehold on Black men, they look to their left and they don't see their companion. And since they don't see their companion, if this makes any sense, if they don't see their companion, which is a woman, then they find out that the government would rather help the woman because the woman is in a weaker state.
No,
what
the woman custody of the children. That's why they help the woman. Men can sign up for benefits as well. This is a bunch of lies.
I got you. I got you, and you're not wrong. I got you. And you're not wrong. I know
men that have Section 8 apartments.
No. You're right. You're absolutely right. But guess what?
They don't want to work anywhere. They're not men that have Section 8, but these men, they want to basically be something that they're not. And they don't want to work anywhere. They want to sit up and verbally abuse women, and sometimes physically abuse women because of their lackluster. And they want to call women masculine because of their lackluster. We have a Black woman right now who's running for president of the United States.
I'm not going to go there, but go ahead.
There's no need to go there because guess what? If you have a problem with it, run for president. Nobody's stopping you. But you rather sit up there and beat down a Black woman for stepping up to the plate.
Actually, there are other candidates, but
that's why Kanye West did that, because he's showing these Black dudes how ridiculous they look. He like, look, I'm a rapper. I can run for president. Why don't one of these guys go get their education and go run for president? They talked about Obama. Nobody's stopping y'all men from stepping up and being the head of a household, being the head of the communities, helping the communities. Instead, y'all rather put it on one Black man. You rather blame women. It's ridiculous. And they teach you that in school. It's called student council. Okay. But you rather sit up and talk about everybody else when this is a free country. Nobody's stopping you from doing what Martin Luther King did, doing what Malcolm X did, doing what Frederick Douglass did, doing what all of, just to name a few, Black men who gave their life up.
Yeah, she knows, but yet, I mean, let's just face it. A woman does nothing but want to see a Black woman in office, which I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with it at all. I just want to see angry man's face. If Kamala Harris if Kamala Harris is sworn as the president, as the Madam President, I want to look dead in his face and see the ugliness out of just ugly.
It's called a job. It's called work. It's called a hard day of work. And when a Black woman steps up and do that, then like the sister was saying before, we have to be called masculine, this, that, and the other. Okay, I know what you mean there. Let's read what he said. No more marching, begging, and crying. Make these presidents pay for your votes. Okay, I'm not saying about the marching and whatever, you know, that Martin Luther King and them all did. What I'm saying is that now there's going to be something said when they said it wasn't, they don't believe in women pastors. They don't believe in women being in the pulpit. Well, why don't some of y'all black men step up instead of talking about everybody else and talking about black women and who's coming and who and stuff that you learned in the 8th grade?
Wait, what did you say?
I think in the 8th grade, that's when you take sex education.
No, you take sex education in the 3rd grade.
Well, for us, I believe it was either I know it was when we hit middle school. That's when we took it. But things have changed now. Maybe they do it earlier.
Yeah, we took it in the 3rd grade. It was, I mean, it was soft, but then I ended up going in the 4th grade. It got kind of messy. So,
and you ask your parents, where does a baby come from? How did I get here? You ask your parents that, and you get here through the birds, and you had the birds and the bees talk. It's the way human beings are made as men and women, you know, and it just bothers me, right, to hear, because I went through lectures on this. It bothers me to hear people, you know, talk about this, like men and women talk about each other the way they do, and especially men, because men only do this because they know that black women in a lot of cases seek black men's approval.
That's why I asked the question, are we lost in the wilderness? That's why I asked.
I'm over here. I'm not. I know when I
You don't
see
subscribe to that.
Yeah, I know when I see something that's weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's weird. It's weird, all right, but it's a different kind of weird.
Because look at the size of a man. Like, go out there and do some work. Go get a job. Go run up, you know, sit at these tables and committees and, you know, stand up for us. What you talking about, a woman won't submit. Why do a woman want to submit to a man who's doing absolutely nothing for the community? Mm-hmm. He's basically saying, I'm fine with the way things are. Hello.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all tonight?
Doing all right.
Who's speaking? The female that's speaking?
Alma.
Okay, Alma. Oh, wait a minute, Alma. Do you be over at Trish?
I have been before.
Okay, I think I've seen you over there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right about what you're saying. I just think black people altogether are some hurt people, just in general.
Yes.
We need healing.
Yes.
You know, you know, I think that if we work on more of what we want out of life versus what we don't want, we could get far. And if we disassociate ourselves with things we don't like, we would be okay. You know, sometimes our opinions are not needed because people are going to think the way they think anyway. You know, in general, when you see all these dudes is whining and crying all day about women, they are the ones who say they don't need therapy. They are the ones who say that black men are not supposed to go get therapy. My thing is, being on the internet, I understand that this space has given black men a voice much more than they have ever had a voice. Because I tell you, you know, black men have had to fend for themselves all their lives, from a boy all the way up to, you know, being an adult. And if you go out there in that world and you get lost, you know, you might find yourself in some very bad situations. And that's nobody's fault. But then again, we all have our individual and unique situations. in individual capacities. We don't know if a person come from foster care, didn't grow up with the mother or the father, whether you black woman or black man. We don't know if, because the boy turned a certain way, he turned LGBT. We don't know if he got raped when he was by the boy up the street when he was younger. Men have been told to shut up, to the point to where just take it. You're a man. And then you have the woman that tells you what she think a man should be, but you can't tell her what a woman should be, and she's telling it to how she feel life should be for her, and it's just even in her friends. My aunt still do this, and she's 82 years old. And she said, oh, a real man don't, okay, listen, auntie, if you were so into talking about what a real man would be, why your husband left you? She was too bossy. So my thing is, sometimes we just got to let each other play our roles and not have to fight to be right or fight to, be in a situation where we can't get further because I'm trying to tell you what you should be and you telling me what I should be. Now, corrective behavior can be spoken upon, but in a respectful way, if you're my woman and I'm your man, but then again, just because, y'all not together, it don't mean y'all still disrespect each other in the streets. You see it all the time, I've seen women, I've opened up the door for them and they turn their nose up and I said, thank you. She didn't want to even say thank you. Very bad
attitude. Does that really happen? Like attitude, for real?
Yeah, attitude stink like a dead person. I was just in Marshall's the other day, and I saw a lady struggling with some cards. We-On-Loc, and she worked there. My thing is, she all frowning up, and everything. And in my mind, I'm like, here's a card. I'm gonna help you bring this over here. She didn't even say thank you, man. She, and I had to. I said, ma'am, thank you at least. She just rolled her eyes and kept. She said, oh, I said thank you. I said, no, you didn't. I said, I'm not here to argue with you or fight with you. I didn't do it to you. At least you could say thank you.
Was she a white woman?
Black one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, just like me. Mm-hmm. With the information, I don't mind, men coming and, articulate, because they do that in the book club a lot. And plus, different men, I don't mind them coming behind me and articulating what I'm trying to say. I can't remember everything the ancestors left, because like a lot of material, so I've forgotten, too. But I don't mind what you said, it's powerful, and I'm glad you came up and articulate a little bit what I said. But what I will say to the cart situation is that, maybe she was having a bad day.
And I was waiting on you to say that. My thing is, we all have bad days. And the thing is, you got a job, because guess what? Out here in the Bay Area, people can't get jobs. Believe it or not, they can't get jobs down in Vegas or as much, because racism is just that deep right now. So my thing is, if you are a black woman and you're able to get a job, nobody didn't tell you to go apply for it. They didn't call you, you called them. You needed a job. So
but now we're going into the point where, as a man or as a woman, if that was either one, we have to take the high road, because everybody's not like you said, getting to talk like me and you're talking now, talk it out, having a voice, having their confidence built. And so just like me, I had did something the other day, that I'm not proud of, because I felt somebody she slammed the ketchup in my hand. And so I threw it back through the drive-through window.
And you see, women, y'all know when a woman is being rude,
but I shouldn't have done that.
And I get it, but that's just. Are you in New York somewhere up north?
Mm-mm.
Okay, nope. You got a northern accent.
No, maybe it's from hanging around. Yeah, I'm from East Coast. I'm from further up north. Yeah, but
Okay, yeah, I was raised most of my life in Queens and Jamaica, Queens, and down south in Atlanta. But I'm originally from San Francisco. But my thing is, I'm just saying, and I don't want to make it a man and woman thing because there are some really nice women out here, you know. But for the ones that walk around like something stink, the attitude stinks like a dead person. I'm sorry you had a bad day. You know, if you are in an establishment where you're working, and if it's not working for you and the job is not, find another job. Somebody would be happy to have that job. I tell black men the same thing when they used to pick at people about working at McDonald's and Wendy's, and now the Mexicans got all the jobs, addition to the construction jobs. We gave up our working card for the dope game in the 1990s, so we can't fault those folks, you know. So now they're becoming our bosses. See, we can't get it right for the little stupidest shit ever. And that's what I hate about us as black people. You know, all the arguing, the attitude, the, you know, thinking you're entitled. Nobody owes us nothing. You know, I just think that if we didn't have too much time on our hands, able to body people, we wouldn't be in the situations that we you know, that we're in. And I think once you reach past 25, you should know better. Point blank.
If you reach the age of 22, you should know better.
Well, because and a lot of people like the book club I'm in, a lot of people that I've learned from are from New York. But the thing is that, you know, I didn't actually learn certain things because sometimes you don't pay attention what your parents are trying to teach you. But I didn't actually, you know, learn certain things until I started meeting new people, and I was blessed enough to meet some of the right people even here online. And everybody, I realized, because you see like certain groups are very small, you know, everybody's not getting, like I said, they're not getting their confidence built, they're not learning certain things, they don't, you know, they don't feel loved, they don't feel wanted, they don't feel appreciated. So and knowing that, you know, they don't have that, they haven't, you know, come across the right people yet. So that's why I say you know, you would think people would know at a certain age, but some people still don't know, you know, about these powerful teachings and different things that, you know, different things that could help them as a black person in the States here
You know why though, Alma? Because a lot of us, we don't like to tell each other the truth. Even in the homeboy club, you know, you got dudes that won't tell an angry man the truth about himself. You know, I'm just being honest. You know, if you're his good friend, you know, hey man, you know, don't come over here and do this and do that. We don't disrespect the women over here on that level. Now, I understand trying to rebuttaling or having a respectful debate, you know, that's fine. But just to say things that are just blatantly, you know, that will make a woman go in on an attack on you, that's a problem. Now, I'm not that. Now, I could be in my tone that I'm in right now, speaking very nicely, and I will have a woman go after me. You know, saying this is what I try to tell the We-On-Loc, you know, can't be too nice. Be stern in what you say. And don't let nobody take, because right now we're in the feel-good era. It makes, say it this way because it makes me feel better. No, I'm gonna give it to you straight. It ain't gonna be disrespectful, but I'm gonna tell you straight. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you in my presence and you talking all kind of way and ugly and being ugly and disrespectful to folks, I'm gonna be like, look, come on, you know, let's not do that. You know, it's a better way to do it. You know, whether you man or woman.
You know, because being in a respectful place, and you know, some people having, you know, the education, and like me being in, you know, different black groups and stuff like that, I look at things a different way. I've, you know, learned things a different way. And so I have to remember that when I go out here. It's not saying, you know, let people beat you down, but sometimes when people come from a certain place, we know where it's coming from. You know, when you say she didn't say thank you, well, you could probably figure, you don't, you know, you might not be right, but you could probably figure where that's coming from, you know. And so that's why I say maybe, you know, she really wanted to say thank you, but she turned to, you know, the usual response of what usually happens.
But can I say something to that? And and I understand that. I understand that, you know, maybe she's short on the bill. Maybe she's about to be set out of her home, and she's the job is not what she needed to be. I get all that. But I'm just saying, you know, I just don't believe that Black women should play into the stereotypes that white women and white men have said. Oh, you're angry Black woman. You see what I'm saying? You better put that smile on like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I try my best to. I could be going through the terriblest time of my life, and you're gonna always still see a smile. If I can't smile around you, I'm gonna go somewhere where I can lay the word of God on my chest. You know, and
it don't take but a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
you
know, and it's just, you know, I see some men out here on the streets, you know, when I'm driving in my car in my suit and my tie coming from work, and I see them on the road with they veteran sign, say I'm a veteran, and I'm this, that, and the other, and I'm homeless. You know, I don't know if it's true or not, but at the same time, I say I thank God I'm not even in that situation. But you'll find men like that that'll still be happy because they got, you know, who right there with them, their dog. You know, and they smiling, you know, and even though they're asking for money, you know, and I see white women that be out there too at times, you know, they still be smiling. But then again, we don't know if their parents sending them money while they're in the streets. They just can't come home.
All right, let's get to the video.
Why are men allowing them to have their children in?
Because men are designed, check this out, because men biologically are designed to populate the earth. If it were not for men being that way, the human race would not have made it this far. So number one, we already know men are designed to have sex. Guess what? Nobody accounted for women being trifling and using it to their advantage.
How is it that you allow? Is it that you allowed me to get pregnant? How is it that you allow me?
He didn't allow you to do anything.
The act of sex is not saying I want a family.
Facts.
Because I have
so therefore, why doesn't he have? Why is he going around not having? Why is he going around having sex?
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Okay, now I'm not trying to be funny, but I will be doing a special on women like this that are panda queens.
Wait. Which one? Which one? The light skin or HQ?
Raquel Rose.
You
know, and I'm not being funny, but my problem with that is I think she's only saying that because Angry Man is on the panel.
No, she's saying it because these two. This is who the hell are these people?
I'm talking about Raquel Rose, the light skinned one right here.
Yeah. She's usually up there where but Devin and Walker are up there.
Yeah, she's indirectly speaking against HQ, but HQ ain't no better either. And Angry Man, you know, he gonna do his screaming, you know what I'm saying? And that right there just gets the women all kind of ways up there. But my thing is, you know, women like these can't be on a panel with a man like him. They're in the wrong place because he would definitely have them in an uproar. And he ain't everything he say ain't right. I know it ain't, you know. And he does things that make him feel better too. He say things for that gotcha moment, you know. And I'm not being funny, but that's what I see.
He says the exact same things over and over again.
Yeah, these are regurgitated talking points.
Regurgitated talking points.
You heard them from Kevin. This is that got you moment, and this is to boost whatever stream it is up. You know what I'm saying? I know he probably don't feel all the way like that, but then again, I don't know. He come from a hurt place too. Some people have done some things to him.
He don't act hurt. He don't act hurt.
Shit.
I don't see him act hurt. None of them Negroes. None of them Negroes act hurt.
Let me tell you something. The one with the loudest mouth, trust me, all bark, no bite. Yeah, and if he was a dude that talked behind the avatar and you never seen his face, I call it the Wizard of Oz effect. When you roll back that curtain and you look at that mother, you're like, yo, you was the one making all this noise?
Oh, why don't we ever celebrate the ones who are really hurt? Like Fred Hampton could have been 76 today. To this day, he could have been 76. Whatever happened to the hurt and the crying and the shame for him?
Oh,
whatever
no,
happened?
I'm definitely not taking up for no angry man, and you know that. Definitely.
That irks my. If I ever see him again, if I ever see him up on panels when I'm on a panel, I pray to God for strength. I'm gonna pray to God for strength, because this is like some lazy writing from a WWE convention or something. Each time he does the promos, he does the same exact damn promo.
See, the thing is, if people really care about their platforms, I don't care if you looking to have a good show or because a person is popular jumps on your panel. I don't care if they're wrong, you still should shut them up. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, people have made these people their gods in this space, and that's the problem. Because I'm like this, I don't give a damn how big you are, and in the space, or how many platforms you've been on, how many interviews you've done, how much money you make. I'm not gonna have you disrespecting anyone on the panel. You're gonna wait your turn, all that blurting out, that disrespecting.
Nino. This is where I'm at to talk to you, man to man.
Mm-hmm.
In a time like this,
mm-hmm.
we're gonna have to be careful what we say. We're gonna have to be careful what we say. We're gonna have to be careful what we do. The only time I'll raise my hand on somebody is with my child, which I hardly ever have to do, and a man who is disrespecting my family.
Yeah,
that would be the only time I will raise up on someone. In this internet game, it's the internet.
Wait. Before you say it, We-On-Loc, because I know this is a good channel. Don't say this is just YouTube, because
I was gonna say, yeah. I was gonna say this is. Niggas will find you. Niggas will literally find you.
Yeah. See, because I tell people all the time, if you're just saying this is just YouTube, then you might as well just call this a hobby and leave it alone, because for some of us it's not. I use my platform wisely, and I would never let anything like this go on, whether you're man or woman. And you got to get to the point.
Plug in your channel.
No beating around the bush, none of that.
No ass stepping either.
And I'm gonna hold you accountable if you're on my shit, just straight up.
The one thing I will say is that, listen, if you come up on that, because this is what Hamp is doing. Mm-hmm. This is what Hamp is doing. Instead of doing all that raw talk, and I need to talk to him about like contracts and shit like that, because this is the reason why I would say he's doing an awesome job and letting these niggas know, like, yo, if you have a problem, why don't you come solve it the right way with gloves on, right?
Yeah.
With gloves, which it has happened.
Yeah.
It has happened.
Yeah.
But them niggas was sparring. Come to me when you do the real shit. But if you're going to do that, I want contracts. For the simple fact is this: what happens if you get so angry with the person and you knock him out, right? He gets up feeling some type of way. Most of these motherfuckers are afraid of ass whoopings. afraid of getting their ass whooped. But you get up, you put on some ice, suck on your little juice or whatever, and you're alive. These Knicks, I don't know. I don't trust these people.
Let me tell you something. If you're a professional fighter, you ain't got no business jumping in no ring anyway. Why don't y'all just have a meetup and have a good debate, you know, at a meetup spot, boost y'all channels up. You know, I don't think it should be, hey man, I don't like you, so I'm about to get on the plane and beat you up. It's stupid.
No, but this is what they do. This is what they do. He's like, we're gonna meet somewhere, put a schedule or whatever. You got gloves, I got gloves. Let's just do this. You know, half these motherfuckers lose energy. The first round. In the first round, they get tired. He was in the ring with a professional.
Your internet
and got mollywopped.
Your internet ain't what it really seem in real life. You know, and half of these dudes, man, they ain't feet on the ground really doing the real work. So of course, you know, but I guess Hemp got some influence because he got people to fly out. You know, they like him, so you know they'll fly out. But he also told them, "Hey, look, we ain't gonna have no BS going on here. You know, if you come, he got structure, he do got order, but I think he still do need to work on a few things, and that few things would be making sure he got the right, making sure that you know
got security."
Security and everybody equal. But what he's doing is everybody who work in a certain field, he would use them for that. You see what I'm saying? If you're a police officer, if you're a security professional, if you're a medic, if you're a nurse, because you do have men in the spaces that are those things. You know, not everybody is a deadbeat and don't have a career. You're talking to one right here, four degrees. You know, so. But I wouldn't go nowhere for nothing like that though. You know, Hassan, he went there and they said he got knocked out.
Well, at least he got okay. But the thing is, did he get shot?
Nah, he didn't.
Okay, he got knocked out. You put some Essence sauce on you, you get up, you go home.
Oh,
we'll make fun of you for a couple of weeks and then it'll be over.
They said he stopped the first go round, but my thing is not being funny, but why are you a man that's a non-black man that want to be in the black spaces so bad? But my thing is everybody don't deserve say so in our conversations. Everybody don't deserve a seat at the table. And I still often say when certain people in these spaces, they are plants. They're here, you know, they could be FBI agents, they could be DEA, ATF, you know, all of that. That's why black men and women need to stop arguing so much and use these platforms wisely. Because trust me, YouTube sooner or later gonna be, you gotta pay for this. Real talk. You ain't gonna be able to jump on no panels and just say what you want to say. You know, and what I do hate right now, and I don't mean to keep talking, but what I do hate right now that black men are putting their faith in a president. And they're putting in the president for the wrong reason because they think that he's going to repeal the 19th so that women cannot work anymore. Women can't do this, that, and the other. Y'all stupid, man. We need to be worried about, you know, first of all, black men need to get their felonies wiped off their record. You know, if it is non-violent, you know, if it ain't dealing with children or violence, you know, black men need jobs. Black men need to get their damn teeth fixed. Yeah. Black men need homes. You know what I'm saying?
He said black men need
and they do need fixed. And they do need rights to their children with a representative if they cannot do it themselves, because trust me, you can do it. But then again, you have some states that are woman-based with nothing but lady judges, and that's a problem too. You know, I got a nephew that's 27 years old. They got 8. We grew up together basically, you know, because I'm just 10 years old now, you know. So, and he got 8 children, and one of the children don't look like him, and the judge told him without even having a test, you need to feed him until he looked like you.
Jesus Christ.
Female judge. She took into her own feelings. which was pretty bad. You know, black men just need to get a little bit smart, and black women need to get a little bit smart too, and understand that no matter how wrong the nigga did you, he's still your child, still his child. If he ain't abused you or beat you up or he ain't doing no harm, let that man see his child, and y'all go on with y'all life. Get over the fact that it did not work out. You know what I'm saying? Don't treat the child bad because you don't like him. And he shouldn't talk bad about her, about the mom. You know what I'm saying? It's about that child at that moment.
I need Judge Joe Brown up here. I'm gonna have to give him a call.
Put Bridget's comment back up because she was asking us a question.
Which one? This one?
Well, let's see that one too. I didn't see that one.
She's talking about the boxing.
Okay.
If women cannot work anymore, where would that leave them? And what will the men do in response? Good question.
Let me explain that one. Some of these dudes are just whining and crying just to cry. You know, they can't take the fact that the woman make more money than them. They want to feel like, hey, I need to feel more of a man, so I need you to be at home with no shoes on, barefoot, pregnant, you know, running the home, being a matronly Mother Goose type woman.
Patriarchy type shit.
Yeah, no sexy clothes on, don't do your hair. They don't like weave, they don't like this, they don't like that, but they're often getting caught in the bed with prostitutes and transsexuals that got all that stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, they don't want that in a wife, but they want that in the hookers they play with in the streets.
Salute, Black Hawk, salute.
Yes, salute to Black Hawk for that one. He done got the wake up call before. He done got that wake up call before. Tommy Sotomayor, y'all don't got that wake up call before. Fresh and Fit, all of them. I'll soon be doing a special about that too. Black when convenient.
All right, let's continue with the video.
And guess what? This is the reason, the argument you're making right now is the reason why the STD rate is higher amongst the women and the men.
Yep.
That's
the facts.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I would say something, but okay. If the STD rate, according to the facts, which you have to cite your source, by the way, because I can easily type in myself using Bing and Wikipedia that the highest STD rates is high amongst the Black women in the community, which is totally false. Because again, how can a woman have an STD without getting pregnant? How? How can a woman have an STD when there's nothing getting stuck up there? Unless she's sharing needles, which she usually goes to, unless she's going to Planned Parenthood and putting needles all up in her. How is it that high? How?
It's other ways. Women are, and it's not spoken of much because when it comes to woman-on-woman sex, it's not publicized as much because most men think, you know, okay, yeah, that's okay. They can't do nothing with each other. You know, I'm okay with girls on girls, and trust me, you know, when you got loose women that sleep with anything and everybody, you know, that could be passed on. You know,
I can understand that part,
but hear me out though. Let me say this. That part, addition to, but I don't believe that a lot of Black men be complaining saying, oh, the Black women are around with a whole bunch of STD rates. No, I could say the abortion rate, if I could say that, but not STD. But there are some, you know, but what they're doing is blaming the women who date men they don't know is down low. That's what they're doing, you know. But really, I don't think that's it. That's just a talking point to go at them. That's just a talking point to go at them. It's the same way if a woman say, "Oh, he don't talk to me because he's probably gay. So it's more of a homonym, something to, something to throw at you. So I don't.
And I have heard about some of these dudes say that women are mainly responsible for dealing in friendship with the gay men. I don't want to say anything else, but gay men have been friends with heterosexual women since, I don't know, the first gay man that was ever in effect.
Let's say this. This is what some women get for thinking that because a man is bisexual that he's gay. A bisexual man is a bisexual man, and if a woman throw some cooch up in his face, he gonna still take. He like both. So my thing is, most women think that by them doing that with them, that would change him from wanting to go sleep with a transgender or the little feminine boy or something like that, and that's what it is. And I'm quite sure that the woman, she not gonna sleep with a man that's not masculine, because gay don't come in just feminine no more. It comes hardcore. Dudes that love women no matter what, they'll tell you quickly, I'm not leaving my woman. Had a little sissy boy crying, wanting to be in a relationship with him. Hey man, I can't do that. I'm still gonna be with my woman. I guess they just ignore it, or I don't know. But that just goes to show you, I guess if it don't look like it, this is what they think.
Wait a minute. It even says Philadelphia, not Houston, has the highest STD rate. So how did Houston get struck with?
And they're gonna blame that on black folks.
They're
gonna blame it on black folks, and I know plenty of nasty white folks, even nasty, that'll quickly tell you, "Hey, come get it behind the dumpster."
I don't know about all that shit. Let's continue.
Straight up. Just
wait a minute. We're not talking about the STD. We're talking about having a baby. We're talking about you allowing this woman to have your child. You're coming in.
You're not allowing anything.
Let me jump in right quick.
You're not allowing anything. This was the entire argument that we were making.
First off, when
you allowed it.
HQ stop. We're not saying allow. There's no allow. When people have sex, 90% of the time, people have sex for recreational. We're the only mammals who have sex for recreational. Every other
mammal? We're animals? Hey, Emma, I'm a bull. Look at what the fuck is going on? This oh no. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on.
Mammal have sex for one purpose. HQ stop. We're not saying allow. There's no allow. When people have sex, 90% of the time, people have sex for recreational. We're the only mammals who have sex for recreational. Every other mammal have sex for one purpose, to reproduce. We don't do that.
And pigs.
Okay, didn't know that. Learn something new.
But Yami, the argument that she's making is ridiculous, because part of the reason that the women, by and large, are fighting so hard for Roe v. Wade is so they can have recreational sex.
Facts. Exactly.
The entire reason women are fighting for those reproductive rights is so that they can have recreational sex without the responsibility of children. And
this is not Africa, bro. This is not Africa. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'll let that go. I don't know shit what's going on in Africa. Not that well, any parts of Africa anyway. But I will say this: the only time I will ever allow a person to abort their child is that they're being raped by incest or by murderer. That will be the only time it's ever forgivable. That will be the only time. Other than that, it's a shame, and I let the universe deal with you. But there have been many instances. I would say, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 4 women who get raped and damn near beaten to the edge of their life, and the baby just ends up dead anyway.
Man, I'm happy that you're able to say the words that you want to say out loud. I don't think they're as bad as what they say they are, because not comparing black people to white people, but on their channels they say it all the time. And they say these dudes, they say some of the worst egregious stuff, but they don't want to say they'll use grape. They'll say grape. They'll say what else, corn or. Yep. Alma, you're not talking anymore. I'm sorry, we talk too much.
Hey, give me a few minutes, guys.
And guess what? A lot of them want to have it raw.
But you can't say that's not the same for men, okay? They got the same reason.
But the difference is you have legislation that alleviates the responsibility of the woman, but no legislation that alleviates the responsibility from the man. So you making the argument that he shouldn't be having sex raw is ridiculous when you have women literally fighting for the right to have sex with no responsibility.
Wait a minute, what does that have to do with one of you? You're allowing a person to,
It has everything to do with it. It has everything to do with it because you're talking about, it has everything to do with, like, for instance, let me give you the best example. This is the best example, HQ. Best example, right? So you have a black man during the Jim Crow era, right? He walks through a white neighborhood. They come out there and whoop his ass, beat the hell out of him, right? Now, who's wrong in that situation? The white people for beating the hell out of him, or him for walking through that neighborhood?
A Trump tax on gas, on food, on clothing.
It's always something. It's always something. What if an orangutan had no ass?
The business of other people's bedrooms. Jesus. He's so worried about it. I'm like,
the white people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, what was the scenario again? What was the scenario? Something about white folks, or who was responsible. He always comes up with some horrific shit. I mean, I just don't. It's just funny. It's funny at this point.
Well, he always takes up for white folks, you know, because a lot of people have to tell him all the time, you know, you're not fully black, you know. And I don't think that nobody would say that if he wasn't so anti-black in some areas, you know. I've heard in some of the conversations, you know, that he could get like that, you know. He addressed me one time and I had to address him back over in my Pearly Things video.
Old big red can take a hit. He can take a punch.
Tell me what you think about this narratives and dialogues. I think, and I'm guilty of it too, because I heard you say you have 4 degrees. Some subjects that we speak, because you said you don't think that black men, they haven't had a voice before. And I think some serious subjects that we do like this, we need to kind of write down, you know, what we're going to say and what, you know, we want people to hear. And I think, you know, when we're not organized, then this is what we have. you know, a bunch of stuff that's being said that necessarily isn't helping anyone.
Well, let's just say this: out of his playbook, he's gonna pull out anything. He's looking for a gotcha moment. So if you said something, he'll change the subject by saying, "Well, see, that's the problem right there with women. Where your husband at?" So it changes up. You know, what's your body count? What size dress you wear? You know, or what you make? What's your job? You know, again, where's your husband? How many children do you have? Are you on food stamps? You know, all of that.
And it's none of his business unless he's funding something, unless he has some type of program for people and to help people. It's none of his business. When you look at the actual word business and what that means, it's none of his business because you have nothing you don't have anything to help anyone. And you just talking just to be talking. And that's
I would love to see his humanitarian work. They said his book is pretty good or whatever, you know, and maybe so, maybe with the right editors, you know. But I just don't.
I'm not gonna diss him. I'm not gonna diss a man if he wants to make his bread. But how he makes his bread and what's in that book, I don't know. And all due respect, you know, I'll read it when it comes out on free read or whatever that website is, whatever. Because I know in the back of my mind is gonna have what women do, what women are responsible for, women, and I will give him this. There was a time where angry men, he still does this. He gets on men too, but how he's extreme with this, he's always been extreme.
Well, let's say this: he don't get on men unless he can't win an argument, and then he go into the racism thing. Oh, nigga, you black and ugly. You're a monkey. You this, you that. You know, that's his get back. And you find that in mainly a lot of light.
Now he wants to be a Tommy, huh? Okay.
Yeah. A lot of light-skinned dudes, when they can't win an argument, that's the first thing they do. That's the first thing they do.
You want to be Kevin Samuels.
He probably only light-skinned because he's staying in that room in the internet all the time. If he get out and get some sun, maybe
he's usually out. He does a live outside in his porch also. So.
I've heard he's done work with young men, I think, and stuff like that. But
no, in the Black Manosphere, that's the only thing I heard. And I've been around a while. I've been around since 2015. So I used to be okay with him, but as I said, he decided he wanted to go at me and start screaming. I said, "Hold up, bro. You know, we ain't gonna do this." You know, so I put him in a documentary to address him.
It's his character.
Yeah,
he did that with I forgot who the elderly brother was. I forgot who it was when I first met him. Is it Uncle? No, it's not Uncle.
OG Speed.
Not OG J Speed.
Oh, okay. I don't think that bothered him.
He's in the military. All I know is he served in the military for a lot of years. But Uncle something.
Uncle Tom?
Hell no. He ain't no elder.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Tom's my age.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out who you talk about. I can respect somebody like Uncle Tom before I respect, you know, the things that these guys do, man. You know, they be looking for a gotcha moment. I know that.
I used to have a problem with Uncle Tom. I don't have a problem with it anymore. I mean, say what you say, but I mean, it's all political. But at the end of the day, if you want to be with your snow bunny, go right ahead.
Well, the thing is, a lot of them, man, they into this thing to where they're trying to make you pay for what somebody else has done, you know, and it would be something as simple as they probably have been in. I didn't grow up, you know, the way they, you know, they'll look at me and say, "Oh man, you must be a pookie because you got 4, 5, 6 kids," and I don't have none of that. I was misjudged. They called me a bean pie man because I had a bow tie on one of these pictures one time. You know, they called me pro-black, you know, and I'm like, I'm not ashamed of being black. I love us.
Okay. All right. This is a funny story. I was on Angry Man's channel, and the first thing that happened was, of course, when the introduction, he introduces me. Of course, I have the cape on with the face and the dreadlocks and everything. So he asked me a question, not off the bat, but he introduced me to his panel, whatever. And he said this: if you found that the person that you're with and you at the barbershop finds that your lady has been on the internet, right? She's been on not OnlyFans, but on Cornhub, and she's getting her stuff just waxed out. Would you still want to be with this woman? I said yes. And they all went like,
oh, they got it. Huh.
Oh, I leave her. I leave. Why?
Yeah, you must be out of your mind. You're a simp. You're a panda bear.
Why?
You're a panda. Well, they weren't saying panda bears because that's my slogan, you know, right there. But
and then there was the thing about the STD. Would you be with a woman who had an STD? I said yes. Again. Ooh. See, here's the thing. You can get cleared if you do the amount of research. The research is you have to basically, your body has to start over. All that junk that we end up putting in our bodies, doesn't matter what food it is, red meat especially. Red meat is basically green meat. All the worms that are ingested, all the stuff that can't break down, we got to clear all that shit out of our bodies, right? Then we got to go and do the work like normal people would, which would be put in food that has parents into our bodies, live foods, and basically change our DNA. Just put in live foods each and every single day. That was the work. That was the work of Dr. Sabby. Why do you think Dr. Sabby got in trouble by the what was it? The FBA. Why do you think he got in trouble by the FBA?
No, FBA.
FBA. Why do you think he got in trouble by the FBA and got sent to court?
No. DA, Food, Drug, and Administration.
Food, Drug Administration.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. Because they proved it like this theory don't work. Well, he proved the HIV theory.
Yeah, they did because it'll mess up the pharmaceutical
right
industry, you know,
putting these bad drugs, putting basically horse drugs, putting horse drugs, putting cow, putting camel, different types of DNA, different types of drugs into your system, which would basically make your bodies, your how do I say that? What's the spleen? What is it? It messes with your, it doesn't mess with your DNA. It basically messes with your kidneys. A lot of these drugs mess with your kidneys. A lot of these drugs mess with your heart. And you want me to put these type of drugs in it? I'd rather put greens in me. Oh, yeah. Not the collard greens, but actual greens. Greens in me. And kale, all that stuff. And if you would rather have it, you make it into a smoothie. But the one thing I will not do is put this goddamn shot in my body. Oh no, 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 no. So this is the reason why I said these things, and he got so mad at me. He's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, I'm basically a person who gives a human being second and sometimes third chances. You would give a murderer who you would praise every single day that gets out of prison and doesn't know a freaking thing. You will give him a second chance, right? Right? You would literally go ahead.
Let me say this. The thing is, with most of them, man, you know, they'll say they won't give a woman, they'll say they won't give a woman a second chance, or if she's a body count is too high. Or let me tell you something. If a woman look really good, they will excuse her belligerent, bad behavior. And it's been proven even on The Color Purple. Suge Avery had bad behavior, but guess what? She was the woman that was able to, regardless to how bad her behavior was, that was the woman that he wanted. But yet he took Celie because Celie was the matronly woman inside of the home, doing all the things that her dad said that she would do, like a robot.
But then Celie finally woke up, didn't she?
Oh yeah, look, Black women woke up, but I guess sometime in a different way. But the white women are starting to wake up too, because they think that if they go get a white woman, she's going to be subservient. She's going to do everything that they ask them to do. She's going to spend them. White girls they the ones who getting everything from these black men sexually, and then they go back up in the hills with White Bob and marry him. And these niggas be so upset. After she done left. They had them something, you know. It's quick to you mean most black people who date outside their race, they think they're hurting one another by saying, "Oh, look what I got on my arm." I'm like this, go be happy. If it works for you, go be happy. You know,
I'm just you can do whatever you want. I'm just sick and tired of the excuse.
Yeah.
She loves me for who I am. So does a black woman. What does I got to do? You just don't want to get your ass whooped. See, mentally verbally that is. See, a white woman catches you, she's not gonna be as.
She's gonna do even worse.
She's not gonna be as
let you get a baby.
Lenient. She's gonna be lenient with you. A black woman, oh hell no, nigga, you look going crazy.
Let me tell you something. Go get a baby by a white woman, and you don't take care of it.
And the excuses. Oh, check this out. You ever heard? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this? Oh, they make sandwiches now. Without the mayonnaise.
Hey, Black Hawk said something here. We missing his comment. He said no, the first one. The first one first, and then
I read that other one. Let me see. He always said that y'all ninjas ninjas also, he said black people are racist against white people. Yes, I've heard him say that before.
See, a lot of people in this thing now, We-On-Loc. Well, it didn't happen to me, but until they get their wake up call, like Candace Owens, and she still ain't Brandon Tatum. Who else? Couple of them. Chaotic Truth.
Your boy. Yep. I was gonna say your boy. Yeah. He loves him some niggers. Did you see that one? I gave you that one where he said, has anybody in your family been racially profiled and all this other shit? And I said, yeah, of course.
Oh, he said
I've been racially profiled.
He said that to you?
Yes. Remember time when I was up there and by the way,
over there.
Guess who came up here? Guess who came up here to speak to me?
Who?
Angel.
Oh no.
It was cordial. It was cordial. It was cordial, and we was just talking about politics. And
did he apologize? Did he apologize?
No, but you know what? I'll catch him on the back end. I will. I'll catch him on the back end.
This is why I say that black folks need to not say that everybody need a voice on their platform.
No, Blackhawk. I've heard all of Angry Man's little jabba wobble wobble type bullspit. Even when he does shit on Dr. Umar, which I'm definitely gonna challenge his ass. I am. Trust me. It's a coin. Because he ain't got nothing on that one. He ain't got nothing. That white man including Chaotic Truth. Yep. Yeah, that includes him.
Yeah, I'll be working on some on him, but here lately, the only people that I've worked on when it came to that I'm working on trying to get put out when it came to anti-black and black when convenient, the YouTube edition is Fresh and Fit, Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, who else? Sneeko, those folks.
I've heard of Sneekos, and it'd be
these dudes, man, they be hurt because they feel like some black dudes beat them up when they was very young. You know what I'm saying? And these are the mixed light-skinned dudes. You know, I'm not against no light-skinned people because my mom is light-skinned.
He just got beat up not too long ago.
Who?
Sneeko.
By who?
By security. He literally flipped off the hat of one of the security men. He jumped from the stage and gave him one of them whacks.
Where did he live? Where did this man live? What state he live in?
I think it's in Miami.
See, all them in Miami, and if they live at Miami and Vegas lifestyle. So if they came to Vegas, I know you probably whap and tap on their head if they came in acting like that.
I'm not coming out the house.
No, what I'm saying is if you were doing security in an establishment.
Yeah. Well, if I had to, no, I'll be doing more than that.
Yeah.
I'll be literally doing more than that. You're talking about I'm suing. I'm gonna sue. You touched him. He's like, I didn't put one finger on you, sir. His hat is part of him, which means you flipped his hat, which means you touched him, sir.
Was it a white dude that was the security person?
No, it was a black dude.
Oh yeah, he was gonna try him. The white boy, he was gonna try him.
Yeah, of course.
You know, they a trip, man. These dudes are mixed with black and they hate black folks and they hate dark-skinned black women.
He kind of reminds me of Vanilla Ice.
And they kiss all up on a white boy in a minute.
Oh God!
Friends with him.
Yeah, don't smoke weed with none of them motherfuckers either.
Hey, Black Hawk, I think I would do that, and it's sad to say that man belongs to my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Incorporated, and me and him got into it. We-On-Loc saw it, you know, and it's sad, man. It's just sad that you know he really got mad with me. I'm the one that I touched a little bit of something in that soul.
Hey, I think he belongs with the AKAs.
He called me a hard ER. He sure did, didn't he? He told me that I look like a monkey, and I said, "You look more of one than I do, nigga. You need to go." I told you 5 years ago that you need to go get your fucking haircut. I'll pay for it. That nappy ass shit on you.
You did the same thing to me, and I'm like, finally.
But I'm I'm saying, who did this dude think he is, man? He ain't, not that I'm judging his looks, and I don't do that with black men or black women, but he ain't no ooh-wee type dude. He ain't no, who lied to him? This dude is 5'4", 5'4", got a lot of mouth, talk a lot of shit, thinks that he's educated, got fired from a teaching job, and that's what he got upset about, because I stated that, because I knew that to be a fact.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, you motherfucker.
Yeah, he did say
that. Nigger. What the fuck you talking about, you fucking niggas? You don't know shit about me. See, this is the problem with black people. And all white males, I have no troubles.
What it was, he thought that he was going to get up there with Flow State, the white boy that was up there. He thought that he was going to perform for him, and Flow State wasn't paying him no attention. I said, don't come up here with that bullshit today, brother. I said, because I'm going to tell you something. Ain't nobody tap dancing for you. You don't have an audience up here. And he was upset that nobody was paying him no attention. And he got mad at Israel Mills.
Jesus. Yeah, he called him a liar. Literally called him a liar because there were no black inventors back then. It was all fake.
I'm going to tell you what he did to me. He had me to come on his show. I'm like, okay, it's been 4 years. I'm going to let bygones be bygones, because we had a few words, back in the day. And he turned around, had me to come on his panel. I'm listening in to what he's talking about. He let the white boys just curse me out. I'm talking about, like, what's the one? The one that wears a maxi pad over his face for eyeglasses.
Oh, with the shotgun in the back.
Yeah, saying that he want to be all the way off around black. He live in Wyoming. Ain't that many black folks out there, and he told me he boarding up his doors because he don't want to be around no niggas.
Jesus. Flow State is a admitted member of the Proud Boys. What?
Oh, I didn't know that. And they'll come disguised as friendly on your channel, like they really, cool with you. That's why I don't trust none of them. I ask in a minute, why you here? What do you want to, only person I know, and I still keep my eyes on him. Hear Me Out. You know who Hear Me Out is?
Yeah, I know who Hear Me Out is.
Yeah, but I ain't never really seen him. He been over here with us.
Yeah.
I ain't never really seen him do nothing yet.
Mr. Hear Me Out, he's okay. He's okay. I had to talk with him a couple of times. He's okay.
Okay, cool.
He's usually on Nidus's channel, arguing with with trolls in the chat, like Zesty Bum, which is Sugar Bum. Which that's what he does. But
she done did something to you too.
No. I mean, once upon a time, like a year or two ago, but she knows who I am now. She knows who I am, and when I had Princella over here, she was over here supporting.
Wait, you had Princella over here?
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
I thought I told you.
No. And
yeah.
She's a problem too.
But
look, Angry Snowman is also a racist too. I every time when I'm a mod somewhere, I give him at least 24 hours. I block him.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Me and at the time it was Oshun. We was just talking, and I said, and we were going over her video or whatever, and I said, she ain't gonna come over here, no small ass channel like mine. Sure enough, I think it was the third or even fourth channel. She came up. I did not summon her. I did not ask for her. She just came up. And she talked to Oshun the entire time. And then a couple of interviews later, well, everybody knows the situation with B. Taylor and her. So
yeah.
They were cool with each other. They were cool with each other until so. But I didn't ask her to come up. I just wanted to have a conversation. That's all.
But let me tell you something. It wouldn't have worried me whether she was big or small. Her whole messaging is fucked up. So she wouldn't have been on my panel. I don't care. And not to get into a person, but how many subscribers do she have?
Almost 700,000, I think.
Oh yeah,
she has a lot. She has a lot of subscribers.
Yeah,
but she's also lost subscribers.
Yeah,
she's also lost subscribers. But she's there. She's on her channel doing her own thing, saying that men aren't capable of love and all this whoopty whoopty woo. I unsubscribed to her a long time ago.
She do that because she want to get in these women's heads. That's just the whole point. She's looking for a new girlfriend. My thing is, you a woman, how you around trying to pick up women like you're a man, picking up several women? I mean, like, and she will do it, and the women will go for it.
She's not the only one who does that. There are also women in their community who the number one person that's not on YouTube per se. She's on Facebook, and she's 51 years old. She looks good.
Picking up women.
I don't know if she's doing that, but all I know is this woman looks fucking gorgeous, but yet her attitude.
Is that the one that she a friend of Princella?
Yes.
I know who you talking about. I didn't know that she was. I didn't know she was a lesbian though.
I think her name is Nico. I think her name is Nico.
I didn't know that she was a lesbian though. I thought she was just a straight woman.
I have no clue. All but one, because they did like a 4-way. All but one was married.
Y'all not interview, but y'all went over that stream over there. I know who you talking about.
Yep. Emma, question.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepy?
No. What's up?
Yeah, she's sleepy.
All right, let's do a few more minutes.
What is up?
Nothing. Let's just do a few more minutes of this, and we're gonna lock up for the night.
Well, I'll go ahead and lock up now.
You got.
I didn't come up here and change your whole talking point, but I'm safe. You know, you're always safe with me if you're up here. I speak on both parties. You get what I'm saying? Because we got some messed up situations right about now.
We do. And, but Emma is also a part. Well, I don't know if she still is a part of a group that, well, not group, channel. Sorry about that, Emma. She's a part of a channel that literally talks about nothing.
Oh, really? Who is that? What channel that is?
The Umar sector.
Oh, okay.
Literally talks about nothing.
Oh, okay.
Literally nothing. Or unless it's Umar himself. Unless. But other than that, they're just merely arguing about nothing. But yet, I think that Emma is good on her own, which is why she has to start promoting her channel. She has to start getting out there. And she's a good. She is definitely good at what she does.
I think I could deal with the Umar sector before I could deal with the beef sector.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to subscribe, you're more than welcome. But I went ahead, and this is no offense against your subscribers. I went ahead and I stopped streaming this to my channel because, as you know, I don't use the N word with the hard ER.
My bad. Did I say
that? Was that me?
Yeah. And I know yeah. That's speaking of talking about
next time tell me. You know, I'll try to keep it clean.
I see this as staple here. So
cool. I like that. I like that. I mean, I don't use it.
Let me suffer on my own. And so, like I said, I'll go ahead and call it a night. And thank you for having me up. And thank you for talking.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Narratives and dialogues.
Okay,
all right.
thank you, Emma. Nice meeting you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. She's great. She's great. She's freaking great. But here's what I'll say. A lot of times in these spaces right here, you're gonna catch the same exact crabs in the barrel bucket mentality. But I'm starting to see slowly but surely people who actually have a different point of view when it comes to, the men and women of the community. Only thing about it is there has to be a little bit more convincing, because this is going to get worse. This is going to get worse before it gets better. And I think we can. I think we can do it, my man. I think we can. I think we can balance out the scale. It's like, what about Meg Thee Stallion and who's the bitch? Sexy Red about this? Well, we just need to find somebody who's worthy of balancing out. That's
Balancing who out?
You showed me the other day. I forgot I think her name is Jackson. On the you showed me the video the other day where she basically not cussed out the white woman, but she let the white woman know, like, if you can say those words, I can definitely say those words.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out. I probably did.
You gave me a video when they were on the council board or something.
Oh yeah. You talking about Jasmine Crockett?
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, that woman. When it comes to like gangster music and all that, we can equate that to rap music. We have a whole bunch of hip hoppers. I can name a few off the top of my head. Lupe Fiasco, Kendrick Lamar, which I hope those two make a record. Most Def. Oh, thank you, Ed. Tyler Quali. Thank you. Have a good night. Oh, thank you for the 5-0. And I can't even play that freaking song. I can't even play the freaking song because Hey. Hey. But yeah, I can name off, KRS-One, KRS-One, Kumo D, LL Cool J, all them brothers come to mind.
When I think of real rap, and I'm talking about real rap, and you talking about just straight up rhyming, MF Doom. You know who MF Doom is, right?
I've heard of the name.
What?
I heard of the name.
Okay, what I'm saying, him, JD, Jay Dilla. That's real hip hop. They all, if it would be none of those people if it weren't for the two that I just spoke. It wouldn't be even a Wu-Tang without a MF Doom, because he done all their beats.
Yes.
Jay Dilla and Quasimodo, which is Madlib in LA. I go to the root of hip hop.
Who's the one that said Roxanne? Who was that?
Yeah, that's the real Roxanne.
That's the real Roxanne.
Yeah, the real Roxanne Shante. Yeah. They had so many different Roxannes, back then, and they also had what was the other name? Tango Kid. I studied all that, man.
And the bottom line of it is, we have some people that can actually balance it out but it's just too. It's merely too much, because if you don't point some of these people out, it'll always go back to, well, it's the Sexy Reds, the Gorillas, and the bees, and the blah 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 blah.
That is not hip hop.
Yes, it's rap, because they don't talk about nothing.
It ain't
They
even
don't
rap.
talk about
You remember when Mambo? I knew that rap was going down. See, my thing is, women started to rap a little bit better than men, but then it got even raunchier. You know, when it came to Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, those type women. Now, I probably could have dealt with city girls, because you can understand what they're saying.
Who the fuck is City Girls?
The one of them going with Diddy. She in trouble now.
Oh Lord.
Now Miami.
I'll let it go when Denny Kane came out. I'll let it go.
Oh, okay.
With Denny Kane and D what was it? Day 26. Now day 26. No, it's day 26.
Oh, day 26. Okay. It was
day 26.
Day 21.
Was good. Until one of the members started doing some drugs or something like that. Rumor.
Yeah. You know what, man? All men groups don't hardly ever stay together. You know, I tried being in an all man group a long time ago. You know, growing up, but it was always that one that wanted to sing louder than me. You know, when it was my turn.
Nobody wants to see you, Otis.
Yeah. It was just like that, man. It was a dude that I was working on my album, and he was singing backup. And every time I would sing, he would go doing all these runs and stuff like he was better. I said, hold up, man. You know, you're going to get your turn. You just sing backup for me. We're going to help you get your album out.
Right.
And I had to fire his ass, man, because he kept doing it. And he did it in front of bad boy executives and different people, you know. So it was more like, bump what you say, man. You know, I'm the one that hired him. You know, bump what you say. You know, I'm trying to get noticed on your dime.
Well, you had to do what you had to do. Literally, you had to do. And what does it say in the 48 Laws of Power? Number 1, never outshine the master.
In other words, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Feeds you, exactly.
Yeah.
Number 2, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies.
I got all those books, but I try my best to, you know, take what's good out of them and use it to my own advantage. But it's just some things I can't rock with. I ain't here to use nobody. You know, or do we all use each other? I mean, do we use? Is that a bad thing? Is it? Or do we use each other in a good way? Or I just think I think we complement.
It could be for both, but I could literally say, from my perspective, that if you need something, not want, because there are two different things. If you really need it, all I say is in return, either pay me back or just, I don't know, give me a lunch or something. I don't know. But just remember.
I'll be honest about whether you can pay or
be
not.
honest. Yeah.
We have to learn too that not to give away anything we know for a fact that that a person can't pay back.
I can tell you, I was in the same position. Not giving away any names, but I will just tell you that
I already know.
Thank you. So you can see that I'm living proof of that, and it's quite backfiring, which I am so grateful of. But hey, neither here nor there. I just want to let you know that you too can be a victim on YouTube. Brother Neen, Nino, I
Yeah.
gotta get out of here. I gotta get me something to eat.
Yeah, man. I've already eaten while I was talking to you. I made lasagna from scratch.
Well, how the hell you gonna make lasagna on my life and not offer me any?
Hey, if we would near, brother, I'll bring your plate. But I'm a good cook, a clean cook.
All right, I believe you. I believe you.
Did a vegetarian one, and I did one with meat for guests.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep.
Get off of my life now.
Yeah.
You should have never told me that, kid.
Yes, sir. Well,
hey,
look, I'm gonna get off. I will. I'll see you when you come back on another time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will be on. I will be on Sunday. I will definitely be on Sunday.
Yeah. All right. Take it easy.
Oh, you too.
All right.
And that includes this. Let me start over. And that includes this episode of We-On-Loc Nation. And I would encourage you to have a good old Friday. Well, it's not Friday anymore, but a good Saturday. And for some of you, go ahead and smack yourselves. Thank you, Bridget, for coming by and offering the good old $5 for some good coffee. And brother knows he needs some good coffee. Lisa, you know what it is. Go to bed and get some rest. You know I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Everybody else, Black Hawk, thanks for coming through. Even Angel, thanks for coming through. Narratives and Dialogues, thanks for coming through, my brother. And we definitely will be seeing you Sunday.